That's the issue. He also says that he's a player that leads the best when he's playing well. And actually last year, Stewie used to be the difference maker for Team Liquid because there were matches when he'd just disappear and there were matches when he was jumping on the table because he was out fragging everyone. And so I wonder now, with this responsibility on his shoulders, whether that's going to make him a more consistent player or less, Hugo?
Oh, I mean, I can't answer that question. I think for sure, like, everyone's going to become more consistent inside of this team with the two new additions. I think that only benefits everyone. And I think to add on to that point about Stewie, one thing that he did say is, like, you know, with adding Moses in, it's not like he can, despite him being the in-game leader, it's not like he can be the guy to call people out for making mistakes when he himself makes mistakes. Everyone who plays Counter-Strike makes mistakes. It's impossible to be flawless. And so it's good to have that like third-person view. And that's, yeah, you said self-aware. I think that's something that Stewie definitely is, and you can't argue that. So it's good to see that.
Well, what are your thinkings going into this match? Do you think it's going to be another full series? Because we have actually seen that most of the time these players come up against each other.
Yeah, so that's where the veto that we just had up behind us a moment ago gets pretty interesting. It was almost an identical map pool, but instead we have Inferno making its way in instead of Nuke, which certainly sets us up for an interesting game. We open with Overpass. Cloud9 have already expressed that they were keen to play that again. I do think that giving Liquid a little hint like that, when you've got a bunch of brain boxes in this team all looking to prove themselves, is a little bit scary. That said, you know, Cloud9, they're not exactly like thick, are they? They're going to go back, they're going to revisit their own game plan and try and switch things up. Then obviously Vertigo, that's becoming a bit of a Liquid classic. They look really, really good on this map, so that's one that scares me a bit for Cloud9. We don't have to wait any longer though, because I tell you what that music means, that means the game is about to begin, and I can stop speaking at this speed. We just saw Moses there. I think that was getting all ready. I only looked up at the last minute, so I hope I'm right, but it was a bald guy wearing a Liquid jersey. That doesn't really leave it open to much interpretation. It's Cloud9 taking on Team Liquid, baby!
Let's do it, Overpass. I can't wait for this, right? Cloud9, they won this game before the opening map of the series. It was an OT affair. It was 10-5 T-sides across the board. Liquid are going to have learned from a loss. We always say you learn more from a loss than a win. And even though Liquid won the series, well, they lost this map. So let's see if they bring the heat here into this one. Cloud9, T-side start. That means Liquid picked the T-side, which I love. They want more of this rambunctious action, and they're going to send it towards the connector. 3 here for either side. OC collapses on the bottom. Will fall, but OC picks up the pieces with 2.
Ooh. They get out of connector. They leave that one over to Cloud9. And they're going to try and regroup to head into B. We got JT and OC left in the 2-on-3. And they've just missed the timing. Liquid already inside of the site. OC here, 2 to his name already, and he's looking for a bit more. Twist nails the shot and doubles up, actually. It's 4 in the pistol for Twist as Team Liquid lock in that pistol round. I miss seeing Twist on our screen, man. I got so used to seeing his face at the end of, like, Pro League or Road to Rio.
Did you just see the guy on the face cam? He's holding a Cloud9 t-shirt, but he's wearing a Liquid one. I don't respect that. Pick a side, dude. Pick a side.
What he's doing is he's playing both sides so that he always comes out on top. That is crucial.
That's a good reference there.
We got the force up.
That one.
We got the force up. We got the Cloud9 buy in the second round. I want to see these gun rounds, right? The OC modem combo amid the 1-2 punch, the CT aggression that Cloud9 often bring. It's something that Liquid expected in that series the other day, and it's something I'm sure they'll expect as well here and now. So will they be able to put a stop to it is the big question. 4 pistols and a scout on the sniper for the CT side. Liquid have cleared connector. Got everyone in middle here, full control. Twist is lurking down con side. OC's not going to see a thing from his position. In fact, if he does, they'll peek in close rather than far. Twist is trying to put pressure on B, but that pressure is sending Cloud9 back up towards the A site. They've made a bit of a read, and well, they have definitely put their glasses on today because it's the right site to be at. Liquid lining up utility and walking into a 5-man setup.
Look at this. This is chaos, what we're about to see. And I'm not talking about the esports club. Grim opening up with the frag onto OC. And now Grim following in with that first kill to his name. Ooh. There's another. This time it's a Liege to lock it in, and a bit of damage done either way. But in the end, it looks like Liquid should be emerging victorious here. And indeed they are. They walk into the 5-man stack, and they emerge with 3 still standing. Team Liquid, they go 2-0 up. Now there's just pistols left to beat in this one. So that 3-0 lead should be pretty much locked in here for Liquid.
Yeah, one difference between Liquid and Cloud9 on these A-side attacks is Liquid, they love throwing the smokes down at Dumpster and Bank, whereas Cloud9 actually usually use Molotovs on the T side to cut off both these choke points. And the reason that's good is, especially when you're against low econ rounds, you can't have CTs rushing through the smokes and getting into the site like they just did. Cloud9 had 5 players in front of that util, but still Liquid are able to clean up the kills, so it's not an issue. Grim and Twist, the connector. You'll often see these two side by side. Cloud9 going to flash into middle. OC pops it up. Liege falls right down. That's not the start he wanted. He was alone, and now Grim needs to bail them out, but he's been dinked by the pistol. A Galil picked up. Now, this isn't a lost round yet for Liquid, but it could certainly come tumbling down. If Floppy finds success, that's the bomb, and he's trying to get a second one as well. Now the rat from the bottom of Con Twist has got the kills in the spine, and Motum should be dead as well. Naf's ready for it. Perfect timing. It's Liquid finding that 3-0 lead. Oh, Moses. It is him, Harry. In the flesh, in the Liquid jersey, with a big old microphone ready. In the cupboard.
Now, in the final show that me and Momo worked together, which was the DreamHack Showdown, he actually pointed out that I still had a one of those big old chunky, you know, freestanding microphones, whereas he went for the snazzy headset option.
Oh.
I noticed he's made the reverse switch, so I'm curious what's going on there, Jason.
Sponsorships, maybe?
Yeah, that could be it, but I don't think Rode is a sponsor of it. We'll have to see. I don't know. Nades, woo! Goodbye, JT. That B site, man down now as the nades find a lot of damage out of the gate, and Team Liquid sitting pretty in a 5-on-4. They're going to regroup up over here in middle. OC has this AWP down here in connector, and he has a teammate in Motum watching his back. Going to be able to play off of one another until that smoke goes down, and now any hope of playing off of one another is out the window. OC is now effectively locked here alone in middle, especially with Divider getting Molotoved. OC's got to do this all with limited support from Motum, who's gone ahead of the molly, but in doing so, they're past him in the toilets.
Yeah, they can get to the A site, but the back of your head, you always know that you're going to get flanked the second you cross. Dewey doesn't realize the Motum's wide, and he gets caught trying to get the bomb onto the site. Liege now in a clutch. This man is made for these moments, but a 1-on-4, and Cloud9, with more time being given away, they're climbing up these stairs. Liege is going to try and put a bullet in them, but they've stopped dead in their tracks. They don't want to take this fight. Safe play from Floppy, just staying alive. And the AWP is now posted. Elite walks right into it. And Cloud9, they find their first. OC and Motum, always a joy to watch in middle. Not getting aggressive in this one, but Liquid, the grenade, full Astralis, predicting it as well. We actually saw Grim hit that one shot onto the jumper from B short in the game that they played the other day. Like, incredible shot. Very hard to hit, but hey, grenades will do the job for you. Still 2 players with 0 kills on Cloud9, but that's not an issue. It was all down to the A-men, and now we're going to need to see them again as Liquid default 3 towards here. This is standard. We're going to see Twist a lot in the connector on his own, while Naf holds B. Liquid expecting those deep Molotovs, and they just smoke it off and take control. Jumping above the party, but OC can't see, and he's going to wait for them to come to the balloons.
Oh, keep holding. Keep holding. Keep holding. There's the leg. Oh, dear. Get back in. He's somehow still alive. He lives to tell the tale of the Team Liquid firing squad. Don't know how he's managed that, but he gets out of there with the AWP and now turns his attention over here towards long, where Stewie is aggressing with the scout, and that's the kill. Locked in for Stewie 2K. AWP now retrieved as well. He gets that much more deadly as he upgrades onto another scoped rifle. Mid-control taken for Team Liquid. Motum's going aggressive in through long. I like this decision from him. He's in a position now where he can wrap these players as they try and move into the A site. But this all depends on these 2 players here not dying immediately. That sounds easy, but it's easier said than done, because lo and behold, they die instantly, and Motum gets dropped shortly thereafter. It's a 4th round for Liquid guaranteed.
That's a lovely little side take there. The Molotov bouncing off the back of the bank wall to push out low HP JT. He couldn't stand there for any time. And then even the flash is catching the player in the corner. And at that point, because you've got those 2 picks and you know them, okay, we haven't killed Motum. He is their A player. Where's he gone? Liege makes the perfect read and swings wide on long. The one position that Liquid don't have and have yet to clear. Going to be another round for them. With 5 alive, the money will begin to build early into this game, despite Cloud9 winning their first rifle round. It is only a short-term win. And yeah, the confidence from Motum coming into this game, especially on this map. Like, keep in mind, this is going to be a game of T-sides, especially on Overpass. It was last time. I'm sure it will be again. But Liquid already off to a very dominant start. OC, so used to the AWP.
It gets bad when you start taking this.
He's so used to the AWP. He's right-clicking with a pistol. But yeah, not a worry. The end of the world.
Oh, the smiley Stewie. Ooh, there's a lot of goodness going on.
What a danger. Quick molly for Naf going down the short side. If Cloud9 want to get aggressive, they'll have to smoke it or take damage. JT jumping, he's still going for it. Has this man not learned his lesson? Maybe not. Spam through the connector, but not going to connect to anything. Liquid get up the stairs for free. You'll notice Cloud9, on their CT side, they really don't like to touch connector a whole lot. The only time you'll ever really see them there is when OC sets up with the AWP like we saw in that first rifle round. But other than that, they often move away from it. So that's going to give Liquid a lot of room on this rotation position to go back between the sites. Cloud9 gambling on A. 3 here, double pushed on long as well. The AWP is going to swap back, running away. The footsteps might be heard. It might bait Liege in, thinking there's no one close. But there is someone close, and Motum tries to peek the angle close, but Liege was already wider than he anticipated. JT getting aggressive to cut this late rotation back as Liquid set up outside of the B bomb site. Ooh.
Ooh, JT has just been flashed through that smoke, and he gets the information that there's nobody mid. So we're going to see OC start to rotate down into the B site. The timing's going to be there. The flashes are good. Sonic getting one. Floppy coming in with the other. Sonic still trying to stand the test of time, but you got to get past Naf, and he's not in a position to let this site go. Ooh. He's found himself another onto 3, leaving JT all alone. Unable to even play into the round. He's had a rough start here on Overpass. It's a 5th locked and loaded for Team Liquid.
A crucial kill from Liege on long, right? Kept Cloud9 up with 2 on that A site. A very weak B defense as a result. Naf's able to trade his way pretty effectively there, even getting rid of the AWP that's going to be unable to be saved. JT did look for it in the smoke, but he didn't want to go too wide and, risk his life for that. So just taking the M4 instead. It's at least something into this follow-up round for Cloud9. Liquid dominating the field. Coming in confident, which is what we wanted in this series, right? Remember, this is our last... We had our last playoff match in EU just a minute ago where Vitality 2 owned FaZe, but now this is our last playoff match, or group match rather, for NA, for the playoffs.
Do you know how we had someone saying, pick a side? Well, I said pick a side to the guy with the Liquid jersey holding the Cloud9 jersey. Someone's just sent me a tattoo of Cloud9 and Stewie 2K. So literally this guy is unable to pick a side because both of them are on his wrist.
Yeah, I mean, that'll be from the Golden Run at the League Major. Of course, it is a weird one, seeing a man like Stewie going up against Cloud9.
But all the more welcome as well. This Team Liquid squad has been dangerous for some time, and although they got a bit quiet earlier on in the year, many saying that, that it's not like roster changes are what they need. They have time. Things are online right now, but I think this roster change is a great one, and I'm sure everyone else agrees, because well, I'm not going to say the results have been there. We're still early days, but the results should be here. The results should appear. We'll have to wait and see. Winner of this game, obviously going on to face Chaos. So that's a huge matchup. Chaos is really good in the group stages, even taking down Furia, which not many people expected. Quite a history there. So And Liquid trying to get there in style. 5-1, the one rifle on JT, close toilets. Nav coming around the corner, immediately domes him. No chance for the CT side. This round is done. Forget about it. Lock it up. Move to the next. Twist is catching these rotations. Oh, he misses the timing onto Motum, but his teammate's covering it. Grim doesn't need to cover it because Twist has the kill eventually. And with a bomb planted, Floppy gets shot through the smoke. He doesn't even get a chance. 6-1, dominant stuff. Still 5 alive for Liquid, not even losing players.
I'm drawn to a man like Twists in this matchup because, like one of my favorite Furia players in Vinny, he's a 1920 by 1080 man. And there's something about aimers on that 16 by 9 resolution, Hugo, that looks so damn smooth. So you don't think that Rops, Twists, and Vinny have crisp aim?
That's not what I'm saying.
They should make a team with all the other 16 by 9 players.
Are you
and then take over the world.
I'm a 4-3 player. I think most people, I think at this point, the majority of people are 4-3 players. In Pro CS.
Well,
Pro CS.
Vinny, Twists, and Rops would like to have a word.
Okay, you've picked 3 Counter-Strike players. Great Counter-Strike players, don't get me wrong, but 3.
Simple, even briefly switched over to 16 by 9.
And realized
I don't know if he actually went back in the end. I think he did.
He did. He always does. You always come back to 4 by 3. Okay, let's go back to it, because this is the first proper gun round for Cloud9. They got a double AWP. That was what got them to close the game in overtime the other day against Liquid when they had the money, so going for it very early on. Got those deep Molotovs, and when you see them come down, Liquid often hold. They wait, and they know that Cloud9 are wanting to push the playground, push the party. Alicia's boosting up to try and stop that, try and spot that. And he may just do exactly that. It's OC dropped from the balloons, and very aware are Liquid. Motum's still here. They check it. Nice little off angle with the AUG, and he's going to double down, getting his revenge and more. Twist coming in from that lower lurking connector. They are aware of the possibility, but they don't give it up. They actually just run back towards A from long. That's a safe decision. It keeps Cloud9 in the advantage, not willing or not risking to take that fight just yet. Trying to force Liquid into B, where 2 of their CTs remain.
Oh, Floppy given a hard fight there. Sonic pressured now from short, flashed off the angle, the twist. Ooh, he's very, very blind. Floppy's flash. Stewie tagged as well. 1v3, gonna try and get the bomb down, but Motum should have this one locked in from the short side, and he does. It's actually snatched away by JT up in heaven. A second on the board for Cloud9. His boost was nice, but then Motum immediately going above and beyond the Call of Duty down in middle.
Yeah, I don't know who threw that flash as well, but it fully wiped Twist. I can only assume it was JT from heaven, but that is perfect. Floppy gets blinded by a T-flash, Twist gets blinded, can't commit to the fight, doesn't really know where he is, and Sonic's ends faster because he was flashed first. So that double AWP finding success, even if OC was immediately dropped, they'll have it back again. It's just a go-to, man. It's just every round relentless. Cloud9 force utility out of Liquid by throwing that deep Molotov in middle. It means Liquid just have to smoke it if they want this mid control, if they don't want to be pushed back out of, you know, what should be free real estate. That's fine, dedicating one piece of utility to that. They will move out into middle. OC misses the timing. You could catch Stewie late, but he's setting up flashes, and they're going through the smoke.
Ooh, OC just getting away there. Just about. Toilets control taken for Liquid, though. They're going to reroute over here to long. Now, Motum, he went aggressive in this position in the exact same way a couple of rounds ago and got dropped for it. But this time, the flash is there. And Motum doubles up before Stewie is able to help his teammates out. Grim and Elige, they meet a rather twisted fate. Naf is fully blind while he gets that kill onto Floppy. Now this B play looking to come through, but Cloud9, preemptive rotations are the name of the game. They've got all 3 here. Liquid are walking in to the stack at B.
20 seconds they got to go as well. The barrel volley won't do a thing. Sonic's got the shot. He can go back after the flash. And Sonic lighting them up with all 3 kills. No issue. The double AWP is working wonders. I say that. It's just the second AWP. That's the only one getting kills. OC had a nice start earlier in their first rifle round. But since that point, it's just been Sonic holding this lower bomb site very, very well. This guy is such a talent. Yeah, that's got to feel bad. Certainly, Liquid walk into the full setup. And the utility doesn't bail them out either. Stewie's on the AWP now on this T side, coming in as soon as they can. Liquid never brought up the AWP on the T side where they play Cloud9 last. This is already a bit of a change to see this weapon in play. Outside of B, holding on to Monster, it looks like they're just going to get popped in pretty early on while these two put pressure on A. It's 3 CTs down and lower for Cloud9. They are very passive. At the back of the site, Sonic there at Graffiti, and Liquid throwing in the utility to creepy crawl their way out Monster.
And Cloud9 running straight back at A. You're going to go ahead and sift Motum into the B site. So once more, if Liquid commit to this, they are walking in to a very heavy stack on the other side. And this all comes down to now, are they going to commit to it? With that Monster smoke landing, there might be a peek about to come through over at Monster because it's very, very deep. That's not actually going to put a stop to a push, especially with how much territory Liquid currently have. And so here it comes into the site. Sonic going to nail Naf and remove him from the round. They get in, they get this bomb planted, or maybe Floppy waiting in this smoke could have made a difference there. They catch Sonic. Stewie finds that frag. Floppy through the smoke gets dropped by Grim. And we're into this 3-on-4. JT closing the distance onto Stewie. Clotheslines him. And now with the bomb ticking down, it's Cloud9 on the clock. Grim, the man, finally put to a stop. And this leaves JT and OC 2v1. There's almost the lineup, but OC has his teammates back. Cloud9 grab a 4th.
Oh my, that is crazy. The utility is just unbearable for Liquid. They can't see a thing. Flashes back through, players pushing smokes, but it's the AWP that gets them through. This time it is OC. And you could see Liquid after they get out Monster. It's not like they were rushing the B site anyway, but they molly barrels and Cloud9 smoke it. They had a really passive setup. And so Liquid, then they don't look super convinced. It doesn't feel like they really believe that there's a player there. And that's why Cloud9 is smoking it. But They do their due diligence, and they re-molly it after the smoke fades, making sure no one swings. It was only Cloud9 trying to bait Liquid, and it doesn't really work. Regardless, Liquid, a plant will give them some money. They get a smoke for the mid-molly, and OC, flashed out, has to fall back fast. It's a pistol chasing him down. Naf, not a lot of ammo, can't afford to spam those shots through the smoke. OC's got to fall back again. He's got cover from Motum. Surely the pistols overwhelm them here. They're trapped inside of the toilets. OC, only man standing, and he's still going to put up a double. Surely not a he flicks back, and Stewie is going to get the trade, but that's all it will be, a trade before Cloud9 pick up the round and save both AWPs once again.
How's that like a scene from like World War Z or something like that? Just getting flooded by all these creatures, and Cloud9, they kind of outlast it till they don't, and then they do. 5 on the board now. And closing the distance between them and Team Liquid. This is an impressive little CT side run that Cloud9 have been able to cobble together.
4 in a row. Quite the recovery. Liege solo middle. We got the B default here for Liquid with 3. It's not really been working out for them all too well on this B-bomb site. Liege, he knew about it. He was ready for the angle. He still can't hit the shot. Twist certainly can. Sonic, unaware the Twist was so deep. We are going to be seeing him hiding in that back left corner, connected quite a lot on this T side, not rushing down and clearing the stairs, but taking his sweet, sweet time. And that nets him a kill. We still have mid-control for Cloud9. Motum pushed up towards the playground from long, and he is still here. You can see that little gap. You can see the feet floppy. Oh dear, how does he get away with that kill? Stewie spams, he sprays, he prays, but he will get traded. Grim, same story. It's OC hitting the shot before he drops. And Naf got a molly in the back of the pit. That's going to leave JT kind of stranded, stuck in the water. Motum on this big flank as well. Oh, he's got the bomb. I don't know if Naf saw him there. He turned around. Motum can now just hold on. Twist is going to check the angle, and he spots the arm. There it it goes. Motum just a little bit too wide on the corner. JT now pushing up to close the round to take back down both these Ts, but Naf was waiting for it, and Liquid finds 7. They do find a solution after all.
And even though we had that 4-round streak for Cloud9, it wasn't enough to build up the money. They're onto a partial investment at best here.
Yeah, I don't know if Naf spotted Motum on the flank there, but Twist obviously does. He sees his arm just poking out around the corner, but yeah, Motum had a really good chance to just win that round right there and there. Even if he held that angle towards Monster, Naf was about to peek it, and Motum certainly would have finished the job. So that's very close, but not quite. And like you said, broken money. Cloud9 have to hold off.
Ooh, Twist getting pressured. They're pushing him, and the Deagles, they make quick work of Twist. Now, wrapping through long, the rest of Team Liquid with a bit of attention given to mid with that molly, but that's the extent of it. Whoa, Grim! How's he gotten 3 there? What? Okay. All right, Grim ain't messing around. He's leading the charge into this site. Not ready for the players at short, but Elige is there to bail them out. And Team Liquid put an 8th up. I want to see that 3K replayed. It looked like a stray bullet caught the man at the back. Look at this, Grim. Whoop.
Oh, he flicks back. Like, even so, that's ridiculous.
That's filthy, man. Yeah, have a little laugh to yourself, man. You've earned it. That was nuts.
Yeah, Cloud9, I love Liquid, I love the brute forcing on these anti-ecos, right? Just good space and good grouping, running down Cloud9, even though Cloud9 like to do the same and crunch on the CT side there with 3 toilet, 2 connector. Liquid bypass them on long, the comp players come out to short, and Liquid are just all next to each other. So easy to trade, not that they really need to. Another buy for Cloud9. The AWP is allowed. Floppy, oh, that's dangerous. He gets out with 1 point of health remaining.
Lots of attention down here towards short and B. And they lose Sonic down in the connector. Now that's going to force OC to take up this position. On the upside, though, you've got your AWP in quite the angle, right? He's able to keep an eye on short. He spots that there's no one in connector. And now he goes back to anchor this B bomb site. So that allowed Cloud9 to rotate players in towards A. However, now that they aggress up towards long, the bomb has since left this side of the map all the way back to B. Elige was waiting for that kill. And Motum gets his revenge over at long. And now the B execute comes in. OC with the AWP has to put on quite the show. There's already a player in deep, and he might not be aware. He's not. Twists on the entry. 3 kills in the round, and the B site belongs to him. It's Team Liquid getting that bomb planted, leaving JT and Motum up against the odds.
Yeah, so much so that they're not even going to attempt it. They're not going to double down and put their chips into play. They'll just bail and get away with the guns. There was a gap in that heaven smoke. Stewie threw it while running. Very difficult one, but Floppy tries to exploit the gap, and all that does is give Twist the entry. I feel like JT certainly could have gotten a kill back into that round from that gap. It wasn't being watched after they got that kill. But he'll never know. As Cloud9, they want the money. They want the chance to fight for the last round of the half, and that they will. Have a little bit of cash to spend. Yeah, it's certainly not pretty. And so that's why this save makes all the difference here for Cloud9. Liquid, are we getting a repeat of this same match from the other day? A potential 10-5 half on the cards. Don't think Cloud9 are out of this by any means. Their T side is far more lethal on this map. But Liquid right now are looking hot to trot.
Flash Motum for a mid-peak. Flash goes over, Motum sees nothing, but that Molotov was extinguished by a smoke, so that gives up that there are players here. And that assures Cloud9 that this three-man mid-hold is the right call to make, at least for now. I'll note that Naf is still waiting around outside of B, just making sure that no aggression comes through from Cloud9. And that keeps the avenue open for Liquid to go back in one of these B plays later in the half. Later in the round, rather.
Yeah, Cloud9 look like they want to push Monster, and then every time that has happened, it's been punished. So that would be a very risky move with, well, not a lot of gain, unless Naf moves away, which is exactly what he's done. But unfortunately, it might come all too late, because Cloud9 are about to meet their brutal fate. Grim finding Motum in toilets. There's 2 more CTs here, double set up, but that gives up the long to A play that Elige could exploit. And they're mollying this too. They're being methodical as they can be. Pushed forward. OC gets one, doubles down. Naf will trade, but OC's made things happen. Unfortunately, they haven't got A, and Cloud9 is scurrying to rotate.
Egan and MP9, that's all they've got. It's definitely not ideal, and this should be drawing to a pretty clean close for Team Liquid. It's 10-5 at the end of the first half of play. Liquid lead in the charge, but we've seen this all before, and we know that an overtime could still be on the cards. You're gonna have to join us after a quick break to see how Overpass ends up. The last time these teams faced off, but inverted. It was 10-5 back then. This time it's Liquid donning that same scoreline. Are we going to see the Cloud9 come back on the T side as they've got quite a tall order ahead of them?
Yeah, they certainly have the ability, right? There's no doubting there. The only issue with a round like with a score like this is it relies on the pistol, as many games do. But unfortunately, that round can, you know, spin like what's spin? Spinning top. I don't know. It can fall quite flat, and it can be RNG sometimes. You know, we know what pistol rounds are like. We've watched some Counter-Strike in our time. So Cloud9 really need to hit the nail on the head here. Liquid pushing long. All the utility on OC is up for grabs here, plus the P250. Liquid double back. There's a couple of flashes for Cloud9 to get them in position, and already Liquid have hidden inside of the toilets. They're going to swing out together with 3. OC should be dead here. No way. He gets out alive and keeps his smoke as well. Cloud9 are running, connected to B, into the site. Stewie's got to put up a fight.
Yeah, but he runs past him. It's awkward. Twist doing as best he can, but it's only good for 1. And this B site crumbles under the pressure of Cloud9. Now they're going to try and boost into heaven.
Or not.
JT and Sonic, the 2 South African players, Sonic wasn't convinced. He actually said, JT, mate, I'm good. And let's see if that comes back to punish them now, as they've been forced into this awkward crossfire, but it doesn't matter. They put up the numbers, and the pistol round goes their way. 6 now on the board, as they look to hit the ground running in this second half.
Yeah, that was necessary, right? That was needed by Cloud9. So now this game's really heating up. That's going to make things interesting. Liquid trying to upset the grain by getting a round in early, trying to break the money before it can build by finding a force. We know how successful these rounds can be all over Counter-Strike. Any map, any half. Less on the T side when you lose a pistol, unless you get a bomb planted by a couple of AKs. But on the CT side, almost every time, Scout in mid for Naf, he'll fall away with a flash, but it won't actually blind him. He just doesn't want anything to do with it. Cloud9 waiting outside of B. JT throws his mid util. Liquid have 3 on A, a passive setup, and they're not going to see much here until it's already too late. If Cloud9 look for a heavy B execute with all this utility. Barrels Molly getting lined up by OC. That's going to push Twist out. He does like to throw this little electronic smoke round the pillar. We'll see if that can save him here. He has no time to react. Motum has already run through the site, and great flashbangs from Sonic put Cloud9 another round deeper. There's nothing Liquid can do about it but save.
I was just enjoying listening to all the running around, man.
It's really tempting to just do the same thing again, or at least a hard B hit when you have like this kind of buy. Cloud9 saved all these SMGs and Galils, which aren't great guns. And Cloud9, they have a lot of cool B rushes. They are really good at throwing smokes on the fly. You see the Heaven one down, but they also have these 2 deep CT smokes that land by Graffiti and ABC, like the CT spawn. That's a wide choke point, so you don't usually smoke it, but Cloud9 have like a left and right one that they can throw on the fly, on the run, towards B off of spawns that land right here. So we might see that later on. It doesn't seem like it's going in right now, but they are looking towards B.
A little boost employed for Team Liquid. They didn't spot anything from it. And they rotate away as a result. That could be very poorly timed for the Liquid boys.
Sure.
Sonic maybe about to get jump scared, but he sees the feet, and that's all he needs.
What, feet?
Yeah. Feet in a dream. B-site belongs to Cloud9. Oh, ooh, that's stylish from Twists. Okay, gets 1, but this should still be the round for Cloud9. We've seen rounds like this spiral out of control, but with OC landing shots like that, it's not going to happen. He deals with the Heaven players. 8 on the board now for Cloud9. As this game is about to heat up, because now we got this buy round coming for Team Liquid. No more of this running around with pistols, blindly stacking a site. Oh, it's the wrong site. They went B again. No, now we get the guns in play. We can even maybe see like a glass cannon come out on someone like Stewie.
I wouldn't be against that at all. We'll see what the plan is for Liquid. Elige getting away with some armor and his pistol. He dinged JT in middle for 90 and won, and couldn't finish the job because JT ran away. I don't blame him. But a nice little shot from Elige. Can actually drop over the orb. Naf is going to buy it up instead without the armor. That allows Elige to get the util in, which is nice and valuable. He's playing that top site though, so him and Naf are going to be side by side. Cloud9, bonus round. Remember, they still have those SMGs. We do see an AK come through onto JT, but still Galils and a MAC-10, so B looks like a good idea, but that's not where they're going early. Flashes into middle, OC moving through. We've got Naf posted on long, Elige toilet side. 3 on B here for Liquid, more of a standard start. If there's no rush, we can see Stewie just play that rotate roll, come up through heaven, throw supporting utility for his A players. Bottom's going to be able to flash off Elige, jump into the connector, clear that one out. No one here for Liquid. They're going to push short. They're going to get aggressive, but not for long. They spot the plays coming out door, and they already fall back. In the meantime, Naf posts up to toilets as Elige sets up in the divider, and Cloud9 are lining up a full B execute.
Twists, they're already out and past him. This aggression, it's so fast, and there's still a man down in the pit, but Stewie's got it all under control. 3 in the round, and Grim, still an unknown entity, gets them from the back. Liquid, 11 to their name. When the rifles are out and the big boys are here, things get scary. I will say that the raw pace of Cloud9 is what makes them scary. You know, like you could see that almost got out of hand. If it wasn't for Stewie lining up this 3K, that could have been a very, very scary round. So him being there in CT makes all the difference.
Yeah, Cloud9 aren't like your pug teammates where you say, okay, guys, we're going to rush B, everyone go, and then no one wants to go first. No one wants to die. No, these guys will sacrifice themselves for the cause. They will be the martyrs as long as they get traded. But sometimes it doesn't happen. We have this, oh dear, Molly. I want to wait that one out. Still back to 2 on 8. Elige going back to check long. They don't actually have much mid-info. And Nafa's in the toilets with his orb taking that position. So a very tight gap. OC posted up over on long as his team move up. Can flash them into toilets if needed. JT will do it instead. Just taking map control right now. We've got Sonic holding B. Liquid cycling re-smokes towards Monster while they take short. Short B was the solution for Liquid last time on the CT side when they were going down 7-0. They won back-to-back rounds off of the back of Stewie on that railing position that we so, is so iconic for Liquid, for both him and Twist. And then, another round where Twist was like tucked in the cubby on B short. So Liquid, they've already got the early info. They know it's A. They're ready for this take. Cloud9 getting an entry, but it's double traded back, and a flick from Naf is perfect. He's on the orb, up close with a no-scope. It will miss, and Floppy overruns him, but he knows this bomb is still dropped back on long, and Sonic is running right past the player in the toilets. It's calmed, it's cooled, but he's not ready for Stewie so close, leaving Floppy in another clutch.
With the player wrapping in, his head's on a swivel, does find the first, but Grim trades. 12 for Team Liquid, 1 player surviving. They just about get that round in their favor. Now 4 between them and Cloud9, and on the back of that one going in favor of Liquid with no bomb plant, there's no money for Cloud9. So a 13th maybe looming here. Nice flick. Shame about the missed no-scopes, man. That would have completed the nice little hat trick for Naf and made that round that much cleaner.
Well, they'll take the round regardless. Finding 2 in a row for Liquid. This is a problem for Cloud9, and they're going to take an eco towards B. Pretty decent investment, but Liquid have boosted up on the short side. I like this as well. We see more teams do this nowadays on the CT side, throwing the nade onto the connected door and even comboing it with a boost. They can watch it. No need, because it's a monster rush from 4. Twist spraying and praying. He's going to get 2 somehow, some way. Traded by Sonic. Grim holding his own in the back of the site. He needs support. Stewie swings, and Elige from heaven. There's just everyone here for Liquid. 4 players on that B bomb site. They are ready for the rush, and Cloud9 walk into the waiting arms of these CTs. This is it now. This is where you got to put your money where your mouth is, Motum. You called a quick 2-0 over Liquid. Obviously somewhat in jest, but yeah, this is not as clean as they would have liked, and it's going to rely on this rifle round if they want to take it over the line.
Was it unjust, though?
I'm going to say yes.
I didn't think Americans did sarcasm.
Oh, we'll have to find out, Frankie.
Yeah, I mean, maybe Martin is an exception to the rule. Floppy down here. Oop, there's a double. Elysian Naff on the wrong side of a Floppy man. He's opened this round up. And he's made this very hard round that much easier. A is the aim of the game. And will this be a game of aim as Stewie inside of the bank getting pressured? Famous.
Oh, my.
Obviously complete garbage, and he knows it, we know it. Martin knows it the most as he survives the flurry and responds with the AK.
Monster push clearly for saving purposes, nothing more, nothing less. They could want to get out with guns as Cloud9. Flawless round on this T side, that's nice. Big spray down from Floppy in the connector as well, finding 2 early picks. I mean, it's hard to lose a round when it starts like that. Although we've all been there. And will continue to be. No hunting for Cloud9 either, right? They've yet to build up too much money, so they're more looking to build their own rather than take away Liquid's. It's not like Liquid are rich either. And kaboom, 9 rounds onto this T side. Find it weird sometimes when the bomb doesn't go off, you know? You don't, like, it explodes, but the animation doesn't happen.
Oh, now this is what Overpass needs as a permanent fixture. A giant Moses O'Toole screen, just looking onward, judging everyone and everything.
Bald Eagle looking over, not Cloud9, Liquid, rather. Or maybe looking over Cloud9 from spawn, going full Olaf into their spawn, checking out what's happening around Monster.
Fast play down towards short side of Cloud9. They get Sonic out. 3 players in through the connector as well. And this time, Team Liquid, they've given up all this control right out of the gate. That's quite a bit of territory to give to Cloud9. We know how fast these guys like to move once they feel the time is right.
Ooh.
Okay, Stewie.
Ooh.
Sure, man. Why not? You know, anymore? Shadow spotted over here in mid as well for Naff. Now he knows that there's players about to come his way. Knowing is only half the battle, however. And Elige going to fall shortly thereafter. We're into this 3-on-4. The first man rotating up is Mr. Stewie. What can he do here on the truck? He's got to try and drive by Cloud9. And he gets away with some damage before getting dropped, leaving Twist and Grim to overcome the likes of JT and OC. Their names might rhyme, but now it's time for the 1v1. Twist's coming in from the bank. OC can't see a thing from this position. Twist retrieving the kit, smokes the bomb. He might just stick it in the AWP. Not ideal to spam this smoke. Oh dear, there it is, Twist. I love that. Everything about that. He knows it's the AWP on OC. That is probably the best weapon to be sticking that defuse against. And then he drops the smoke. He sits purposefully as far back as he can from the bomb, not being on top of it so you can just spam right by that bomb. I don't blame OC there for not being able to hit that shot. You've got, with the kit, maybe 2-3 chances before that defuse comes in. Doesn't happen.
Oh, Moses getting hyped. I like that as well. And the first thing he does, right, like he doesn't know that that's a stick and he doesn't want to assume it is either. So he's checking on top of the box, seeing if Twist is playing a one-way. It's not the case. Yeah, I love that. When players position themselves for a defuse like that away from the angle that they know they can be seen from, that's smart, calculated play. And finally, a man advantage for Liquid in the connector from the man himself. Aforementioned Twist getting a kill to start for Liquid, and they can even send a rotate down B if they want. They still have 2 players on A. OC spots with the AWP. Now that should be info that Elige got back too. So actually, if he did get that info, that's the bomb. I don't think Liquid actually did see it because they probably would have rotated far more heavily if they had. Twist is flashing it regardless. But yeah, the bomb on long right now. If anything, that like hints towards Cloud9 wanting to hit a late B, because why would you give that info up for free like that? They are setting up utility for this execute. Notice Naf in a very pivotal position right now, close toilet. And right now, we're going to see Cloud9 move up close towards it. He's pushed inside of the cubicle as well. JT's not going to be ready for this one. It might blindside him. He's not going to be checking his back as he moves into the site. So it's down to OC to win this one.
Oh, OC's checking it, though, and that's not a fight that Naf can long out. If that's an AK checking it, maybe he has a chance, but OC rounded the corner with the AWP, and now a smoke to follow up at the truck. Elige, there is a gaping hole in that, and he's peeking through it. Inner damage, nothing to write home about, even more damage now. USP out, but he falls 2 on 3. And with OC so damn low, this would be tempting to see them go for it. Stewie waiting for Grim to arrive in rotation. Now, money isn't good for Liquid. If they go for this and they lose, they are eco in this follow-up round. Even if they save, it's not too valuable to Team Liquid. But they are going to bow out. They give this round up. It's a 10th on the board for Cloud9.
I'm actually super surprised Liquid don't give that a go, right? Not just a kit drop. You can see there by the truck on the right side, but also Grim had a flash to pop Stewie in. Elige definitely would have called that he did some significant damage to that AWP. I think that was a very winnable round for Liquid, especially with the fact that Cloud9 weren't like backed into the toilets playing the bomb. They were hanging around on the site. They were looking for kills, and they were playing a crossfire. Liquid, I respect it, playing the numbers game. Maybe that's a Moses call. We'll see. But, yeah, it's a one for the money. It's one for the long game. That's what Liquid are playing. It was an OT last time. It's on the cards again. Cloud9 fighting tooth and nail on this T side. It's been back and forth for these last few. Elige, the fact that he gets no kills there is heartbreaking. He really could have gotten a lot done from that position. Just runs out of ammo on the spray on OC. And they've actually brought around this this couple of saved weaponry as well. Here's the B rush, it seems, for Cloud9. Look at the smokes, not just Heaven, but 2 CT smokes. That cuts off any rotation, but it's not a standard rotate anyway. It's down to the men on the site. And actually, Cloud9, they throw all of these grenades, all of this utility, and not a single player pushes in.
They're going to throw this boost up. Martin going to get put up on the head of Sonic. There's the jump. Over he goes. No one at barrels, and they're actually aggressing at short. This, depending on the timing here, could be pretty big. If they were to go any further forward... Oh, no, Twist! The jump betrays him. And the boost finds the opener. Now, Elige here in the toilets. Here's the utility going out in middle. He's in a pretty key spot. He's the only man at this A-bomb site.
I was wondering why they were throwing the smokes and not committing, but that's exactly why. They're doing it off the back of the boost. They know those deep CT smokes forced Liquid out of positions like Graffiti and CT and Heaven. They have to play the site, they have to play the water, and therefore that boost is far more viable than it would be otherwise.
The A play looking to come in. Naf. This is not going to be an easy spot for him, and now it's made even harder by that dink from Floppy. This A site has crumbled under the weight of Cloud9. And with being force bought into this, you were hoping for a little bit more. That's a nice shot from Naf. Surely not ready for Floppy up close, and indeed he isn't. Grim does find one more, dropping them into this 2-on-3. Stewie, wrapping in through the connector, has been able to retrieve an M4 as well, but the timing just not there for him. Grim's gone deep, but there's Floppy to put him in the ground. It's 11 for Cloud9. No money for Team Liquid. A chance at a 12. This is why we were excited about the overpass game.
Yeah, for good reason. This is going the distance. You can feel it. You can taste it. Cloud9 building into this one as they do on the T side. NA fans out in full force tonight. Full USPs. Liquid popping mid with the flashbang. It's on Grim. Cloud9 are moving slow into middle. They're about to meet their makers, though. JT with the spray. The flash is good. He sprays anyway, and he gets all 3. There's the long player gone as well. 4K for JT. Lovely stuff. Does not falter, does not fall. And Cloud9, they continue to build money and build rounds.
Wouldn't think that's the face of a man who's just annihilated Team Liquid. very, very stern, and justifiably so, because they know that even though they're winning these rounds, this game is by no means over, as we saw the last time these two teams went head-to-head on Overpass. I think both these squads are in this for the long haul.
Yeah.
I love the confidence as well. Like Martin was saying, how they're playing Overpass again. I thought maybe that could have been a bait, but no, they were deadly serious, and justifiably so. Cloud9's a team with a lot of character, and that's what you got to love about them.
Yeah, I mean, Overpass has been their go-to map for some time. They almost always win it. It's what got them here. So no surprise to see them even just admitting that. Liquid, probably not too surprised by the pick either, but confident in the depth of their map pool to take this series over the line, as they did last time, despite losing this map. So that's still in the back of the mind here for Cloud9. Like they, you know, even if, I don't want to, not that they're a one-trick pony by any means, but even if they win Overpass, it means nothing in the grand scheme of things. They need to do it on back-to-back maps or a third. Liquid won't make it easy for them. So Cloud9, hopefully they've done their homework regardless of how this one goes. Down to B. AAA setup right now. JT selling the fake with full util. Molly's the truck as well. That's going to keep Liquid in the wrong place as Cloud9 head into this B bomb site. They're going for a double monster. Grim, oh, he's so blind. He gets dinked through the metal and falls down. Twist is a strong anchor in this position, but only one was spotted, and so he turns around after that kill. OC entering to a lead, and somehow, someway, Cloud9 have flipped this on its head.
Stewie and Naf in a 2-on-3 that they kind of have to attempt. OC is very, very low, but he's still fighting. They try and deal with Morton while they've got him alone, but this leaves Naf in a clutch. Down to the 1v2. OC around the back of the pillar. I think they've seen his barrel there in this position. Naf should have an idea where they both are, but OC swings wide. Cloud9 onto a 13th. As they look to get this one done, this time in regulation, one away from tying this game up, and with an eco looming for Team Liquid, it feels inevitable that we're going to end on 14-14, and that's where things get really interesting.
What a crazy peak for OC. This man is mad. Like, he kills a leash coming out from CT, and then he even swings for the fight into the last player when that CT knows exactly where JT is sat on the boxes. So risky, but also comes with some reward. Nice little spam for Sonic outside of the B site. He's going to do a lot of damage. Double con setup. It's a full eco, almost full Liquid. They got a bit of investment, and that first man plucked out from the top side from JT. Motum walking into two. The door swings out, and they were not ready for that one. Both kills going the way of Cloud9, leaves Liquid with just one man. These rounds are super quick, man. Some of these rounds are just, even the gun rounds, like decided in 20, 30 seconds. Everyone's so fast to be taking these fights.
I like the idea that Cloud9 maybe just saw how Fury are playing and we're like, yeah, that. And then, you know, that's just the game plan, this fast, aggressive CS that keeps catching Liquid off guard. They never seem ready for the pace. And so this is it. Like, this is such a pivotal moment. Team Liquid, this is their buy, right? They've got the AWPs, they've got the utility, they've got everything they possibly need. It's been a 5-round streak to get Cloud9 to this scoreline. And if this buy doesn't pan out for Team Liquid, they are the ones force buying up against 15 on the other side. And the same cannot be said for Cloud9. They've even got OC with max cash, for crying out loud. They are not in the same boat whatsoever. And so even if this round ends up going in favor of Liquid, overtime is still a huge possibility with a full buy looming for Cloud9. The pressure right now is on Team Liquid to perform.
Yeah, they may have 10-5 the half, but I sat here still thinking, yeah, this one's probably going to go 30. It's probably going to go the distance. And boy, has this lived up to the hype, to the expectation. But what do Liquid expect from Cloud9 in this one? Avoiding the spam this time, rightly so, with Sonic doing damage in the previous round. I like the little cheeky position from Twist on the back of B. This might catch some players off guard as they try and cross. Does kind of leave you stuck out here, hung out here to dry. Oh, he's seen some feet. He's not going to take the shot. He's going to wait until he gets a little bit more. He sees so many toes, but Twist doesn't want to bite the bullet just yet. He wants to wait for the right opportunity, and there it is, a free kill onto Motum. Can he get out alive? There's spam back. He's stuck on the corner, but he does survive. Liquid with a man advantage, and Cloud9 fully stacked outside of B. They might rely on JT to cause a bit of a ruckus here, but he has used all of his grenades already. He can't cause a fake. He can't store rotations. He's just got to call for his team to join him up on this top site.
Ali's down here in connector. They're being loud. He's heard the footsteps. He might start calling for a rotation back. And OC caught with a nade out. Another man falls for Cloud9, and Elige gets the hell out of danger while he can, falling back to play the man advantage. They completely relinquish control at the A bomb site. They set up for a 5-on-3 retake. They overcome the aggression by just dodging it all together. Tag through the box.
Boy.
Oh, Floppy's on 1 HP, and there's the killing blow for Naf. Third time is a charm. Sonic left in the clutch, and a lot to do. Grim finds him. It's 15 for Liquid. 4 players staying alive as well is so damn key, because if this had come down to like a 1v1, even though you would win the round, you would have nothing. Yeah. Moving into the follow-up, right? Up with 15 to your name, and so overtime would be so damn likely. The fact that they keep 4 up means they've got full rifles again, and we have another full buy for both teams to see if this goes to overtime, if history repeats itself, or if Liquid walk away with the win.
Oh, that would feel good, wouldn't it? Naf, he hits 2 wallbang shots and then the grenade, and it takes him a final bullet to kill Floppy after the plant. He at least gets the bomb down, but it means nothing. Like you said, money isn't the issue for Cloud9. They just wanted to get themselves into a viable round. It's not the case. And boy, oh boy, Liquid 15-14. I love that play from Elige as well. He's so patient in the connector. He doesn't try and do anything. He doesn't try and make a move. And because Cloud9 never send a player down there, he picks the perfect time as he hears Cloud9 walking up mid to strike them in the back to take out the orb, and then to run out B short like that. You get all the info. You immediately clear out B. Unless it's like a 4-man monster rush, you know it's going to be that A take. So his entire team rotate up CT spawn, and Liquid have A under control. Great work from Elige. He wins that round for his team. And now, well, Liquid, they've got to do it again, or we start the clock over once more. 3 creepy crawlers through connector. Cloud9 moving as a unit, as a pack, up towards the top of A. It's a 4-man B setup to start. Elige throws utility and does retreat towards the top. Naf is on long, and he needs to hit this shot because Sonic just flashed him off the angle. He's actually going to go all the way back. He's going to swap positions with Elige, go full bait and switch here. Team Liquid, they don't have any info towards short. Naf is trying to check on timings, but if that smoke fades, he would be up for grabs to Floppy. Re-smoke down. That's knowledge for Cloud9. There's 2 on A, but that should be no surprise. Minute on the clock, you see that rotate Stewie, and the anchor man coming up quick. There's the flash deep. Elige will fall, and now Cloud9 low, thanks to utility, will be committing.
In they go, they catch Naf. Stewie's got to do it all from behind the truck, and Floppy's up close. Down he goes. Overtime feels inevitable unless Twists and Grim can do the unthinkable. 2v4 in the retake. Oh no, a bit of team damage from Grim brings Twist even lower. Playing and getting dropped at the dumpster. Down goes Grim, and we run it back again. Overtime, just like the last time these teams faced on Overpass. You don't want to miss it, because it's going to be a belter.
Picking up scars and I hold them close. They shot me down, but I got this
We get ready to head into overtime. Now, last time we were in this situation, Cloud9 walked away with the victory on Overpass, 19-17. Is history going to repeat itself, or are Team Liquid out for revenge?
It's never going to be that easy with Cloud9 starting on the T side. This has been a game of T halves, 10-5 apiece. Deja vu fans unite. Cloud9 outside of B right now. They're getting flanked. Elige, this is a ballsy play. He's going to hear the footsteps. He's going to hear JT. And even with this kill, that's it. That's the jig up. Cloud9, they're running into a site where Liquid have all the info, but they lose both engagements immediately. Their utility continues to remain king, and Cloud9 flashing Liquid out will get control of B. That smoke should allow Grim to push in through past the sandbags and get control, but Cloud9 are watching for it. They're going to take deep CT control. It is trading places right now. This bomb can't even be planted. Sonic's got to hop, skip, jump back to the site, and he will be able to get a chance to plant. Liquid smoke has faded, and they're going to look to try and stop these teams from escaping.
Oh, flash is good. That gets them off the angle, albeit momentarily. Elige following up, and a big way to enter overtime. Now Sonic all alone, and Elige cements it with 4. That is crucial. Elige has had a pretty uncharacteristically quiet game earlier on in regulation. Well, now arriving in a big way the moment we hit overtime, and that's what we needed for Team Liquid. 16 now on the board as they take the first in OT.
Yeah, it feels like despite that info that Elige gets, seeing JT running back, even the rotate was fairly slow for Liquid. Luckily, the players in the site at least get a kill to buy time, but you would have hoped for a little bit more of a hold. Luckily enough, it's not a worry. The retake is excellent, and Liquid, they get it done. Up to 16 now. AWP's a piece. Liquid smoking the molly, but they don't do it the second time around. That second Molotov inside a playground, Cloud9. Oh, they're so blind.
Who's blinder? Let's see.
Yeah, Motum just staring at the fences. He doesn't want to flash to pop and a CT to push. That's not going to be the case, though. Liquid have fallen back safely now. Naf holding onto the playground, or the party, rather.
One of my favorite things that you sometimes see teams do, and this works in your pugs at home as well, is to just all-in aggro long very, very fast. And so often, especially with an aggressive toilets hold, the kind of awareness of that happens just a little bit too late, and you have such an advanced position that you can catch these players off guard. Now, with Team Liquid falling back more passively, that's not something that would have worked so flawlessly for Cloud9. And this molly is going to give up the aim of the game, that they are very, very deep in through long. Here comes the aggression, here comes the push, and Stewie mows them down. OC trying to trade, but nothing's presented itself yet. He ducks away, and now is left to try and recuperate these lost men as Sonic, little ways away, now moving up in from middle. Uh-oh, they don't know about Twist, they don't know about him, and that's a kill. Grim on the flank, it's 17 for Liquid as they get 2 on this CT side.
Stewie's rotations have been on the ball today, right? Like running up between B and A. He's that guy to do that for Liquid. He was actually already on the site. So as you talk about that toilet setup, you were very right. Cloud9 gained a lot of position that Liquid had no idea about. But Stewie came up maybe a few seconds before that truck molly comes through, and then he can put a mow down spray in. Even after OC misses the shot to Dice, jumps out of the smoke and gets out alive, trading places with Twists off of B. So yeah, like I said, Cloud9 not ready for all those rotates, how quick they were. Liquid up by 2 on this CT side. Strong start to this one. Stewie, he's got this kill before. He's going to go for it again. Oh dear, I would not want to be standing in the water right now if I'm Cloud9.
credit to Moses as well, because he knows how to give us a good redemption storyline here if Team Liquid are able to overcome this one in OT.
This man's read his fair share of runner shows. He's writing a pretty sick script for us right now. But can Liquid clean it up? Can they go flawless here on the CT side, looking for a 3-0? That'll be perfection, especially considering this has been 10-round T-sides either way. Flash to short, Grim goes aggressive, Motum's waiting, and he's got a teammate to draw in the attention as well. Sonic takes the kill, Motum follows up, Naf will drop one at A, but it's all on Elige. Oh, they go back to get the bomb, the whiff spray, Elige, he looks clean indeed. He's found a second, and he saved this map for Liquid. He saved the round, bomb at his feet, and that is a big error for Cloud9. They are going to come to regret it, and now they have to come to pick up the bomb. Stewie on a flank, and Elige holding on.
Stewie's probably told him they're both on their way, and Elige swinging out gets a lot of damage. It's down to a 1v1. Stewie versus Motum. And Stewie down in the connector, holding for the fallback into B. He's played this to perfection. And oh no, it's all over in this half. Flawless for Team Liquid. And nothing for Cloud9. They wanted the redemption. They wanted the revenge. It goes to OT, and they go flawless in the first half.
That's got to feel good, right? Now they have 3 opportunities just to find one round to close out this map. This is the pick of Cloud9. This is the one that Cloud9 managed to beat Liquid on the other day. But as we often say, Harry, you learn more from a loss than you do a win. And, well, for Cloud9, that's going to come back to bite them in the arse right now. There's still 2 more maps potentially in this series, right? And not to say that this one's done and dusted here and now. Cloud9 coming with a double orb. That was so good in regulation. Sonic was hitting his shots on B, and that will not change for a second. Floppy flashing over, Naf full white, and Sonic hits the shot to open up this one. Cloud9, 5-on-4. Liquid now having to draw back this round from a disadvantage. They've got everyone in middle. Smoke in the toilets, cuts off OC's line of sight. He's going to go wide on the divider, but Liquid molly that as well. They give him no opportunity, no avenue to peek, and they're going to walk right through this smoke.
Flash in, Motum could get caught, but instead it's OC who might face a terrible fate. Has support from JT to peek a little bit later, but he's missed the chance. Motum, oh no! Tried to come in on the flank, it gets cut down. The A site belongs to Team Liquid. Floppy up on rotation has got to go absolutely huge, and they're already past him. It all falls onto Sonic to keep this dream alive. And with just 17 points of health, it feels unlikely. Liquid, it's the perfect revenge story here on Overpass. Not only does it go to OT again, but they might get it done flawlessly without dropping a single round the moment OT comes, and there it is. Team Liquid 1-0 up in the series right now. Vertigo coming up next. Things get scary here in this series for Cloud9. Can they bounce back? You're gonna have to wait and see.
And waiting for the clear. Thankful I'm alive, but terrified of dying. But hey, I'm still here. Is it bad sometimes? I like it when I lose control. There's something in it that's so beautiful. Listen, I can see the light, but I can also see the bones again. I don't know what else there is to say. I'm doing my best not to run away. night sky, trying to make me see your stars. But the dark gets lonely. Now I see violet, I can feel silence. And the dark's all that I see. When your stars are burnt out and your heart makes no sound, I'll find violet in your eyes. You'll always be my night sky. You'll always be my night sky. You'll always be my night sky. You're the night sky, hiding behind dark gray clouds. I can't figure you out now. I see your blue. There is so much cold in you, and the silence is so loud when you go. I just stay dancing with my shadow all day. Watch the tide. I can't find the point where our two paths align. But you're the night sky. I'm trying to see your stars, but I've always feared the dark. Now I see violet. I can feel your silence. You always feel so far. When your stars are burnt out and your heart makes no sound, I'll find violet in your eyes. You'll always be my night sky.
Well, that overtime was flawless, right? That certainly helps. They start on the CT side, they dominate, they clean sweep, and they close it with a nice little A take at the end. Liquid looked far more in control this time, right? We had a lot more fearless plays. Think about Elige and that CT side, the start of OT. We get into the action. He's running through connector. He's climbing up the ladder. He's killing JT on that late rotate and getting all the info for his team. It's not like the B players even need to hold. We just had Stewie zipping up between that CT rotation. No matter what site Cloud9 were hitting, he was killing everyone.
Yeah, no, that was really impressive from Liquid. And, you know, like, really impressive from Cloud9 as well. Like, this is still such a good map for them. And I really can't wait to see what this Cloud9 squad have up their sleeve now moving into Vertigo. They likely suspected this was going to be making an appearance once again. And so you know that they're going to have got away and done their homework. But I think it's worth giving some credit to the Team Liquid side. Of course, Twist had a great game there. He was looking crispy as you like. And that's the thing, man. Like, on this Liquid squad, there's so much individual talent, and that's a scary thing. But then I think that gives even more merit to Cloud9 coming into this after having already played Liquid on this map before and showcasing a lot of their tricks. Well, they come in and they're able to match that. And it wasn't until we hit overtime, I think crucially, a player that came alive was Elige, yes, right? When it mattered most, when we entered crunch time, he'd had a pretty quiet game, hadn't really been fragging out like we're used to when you think about the Elige. But boy, oh boy, did he make his presence known when we hit OT. Yeah,
it's worth noting that Cloud9 on the T side loved going for B hits. Like, even if they take that mid control early, they're going to use connector, they're going to send floppy there and end in B, and so that's why Elige was getting avoided a lot in the first half. And so yeah, no surprise he slows down. But even not just that connector round, but that round where he stops the bomb in middle, he catches OC with his knife out, running back to pick up the package and just mows him down. So definitely good point. He stepped up in OT. Grim looked really good as well. As we know, he's looked great every series.
And I'm really excited about Cloud9 now. I know they lost that map, and yes, the money is on Liquid in this one, but I'm just so excited when I see that coordination from a team, because actually I feel like sometimes that's lacking when we're looking at online Counter-Strike. And for me, in the first half, when we were seeing how the B players were able to support the A players by throwing utility from jungle onto that short push that Liquid were making, stopping them in that track and starting down the round, shutting down that mid round before it could even begin. And that's something I'm so excited to see if they can work on going into Vertigo.
Yeah, well, no, because that's the thing, right? You say about the coordination, and the thing that impresses me so much is how, with this very, very fast, aggressive style of CS that Cloud9 are trying to play, they all seem so on the same page, and that can be the hardest part, you know? When your game plan centers around misdirecting the opponents a bit, forcing some rotates, and then exploding into a bomb site, it's very, very hard to make sure everyone is actually, you know, watching the right spots, throwing the right utility, catching the right timings, and Cloud9 weren't fazed by that at all. So moving on to Vertigo, knowing that they've probably gone away from that last matchup, done their homework, if they can bring that same tenacity and that same fight, I still think we're in for a treat of a series.
Ooh, that's a spicy opinion, Harry. I do think it ends here, as sad as that is, as like hopefully the realistic voice. But yeah, I hope they bring more of a heat than they did the last time. Liquid honestly are such a good team on this map.
Yeah,
on
no,
Vertigo.
it is scary.
It's so hard to overwhelm them. So yeah, let's be positive for Cloud9, but let's also be realistic. Liquid are in control.
Listen, I'm feeling positive about this map. I'm really enjoying seeing these two teams go head to head. I hope you guys are as well. So stick around because we'll be right back with Vertigo.
Welcome to the CSGO DHL quiz. I've got a question for you, and you will hopefully be able to provide the answer. Type !DHL drop next to me in the chat. Maybe on the left or right. I'm not entirely sure how that one works. But
I can't see the ground. Can we stop this gravity? It keeps bringing me down. I can't breathe and I don't want to die. Can we stop this gravity? 'Cause I want to say goodbye. I forgive the pain you gave to me so long ago. Sleepless nights I laid awake just begging to let go. I almost got to suicidal thoughts when you stepped in. An angel sent from heaven showed me how to live again. Now I'm falling and I can't see the ground. Can we stop this gravity? It keeps bringing me down. I can't breathe and I don't want to die. Can we stop this gravity? 'Cause I want to say goodbye. My love, I'm gone. I need to be strong. The darkness had tried to swallow me. Some days I fall, but I hear your call. I pray I don't hit the ground. Gravity. 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 Gravity.
Baby, wait, I know that you're afraid, but it'll be okay if you just stay with me, and we can run from here, and we can disappear, and they won't find us where we are going, dear. So baby, hold on to me, 'cause I know I can make you believe something that only we can see. Oh, so baby, hold on to me, hold on to me.
ESL 1 Cologne. We're about to go into Vertigo. It's Team Liquid's map pick against Cloud9. But before we do, did you notice that we posed another question to you as part of the DHL drop? Well, if you did, I imagine you'll want to know if we got the answer right. And the question was, which player earned the most MVP medals in 2019? And it wasn't Harry. Those medals were chocolate. It was, in fact, Zewoo, which I think is probably the easiest question we've had so far, to be honest. I'm guessing you guys would have got that right.
Yeah,
of course.
Sure.
They call me the genius of Counter-Strike, right? And who am I to disagree with the masses at the end of the day?
Is this, you call yourself the genius of
Yeah, you know, I'm a genius. Hugo's the genius. He's the brains of the duo, and I'm the...
You're the good looks.
Yeah, I guess. I'll take it.
You're the better looking.
Woo! Yeah!
Okay. You're the best dressed. It's fine. Let's go into Vertigo, see if Liquid can perform that excellent team side we saw in the original.
Hugo, Molden now. Team Liquid and Cloud9. It's Vertigo. It's everyone's favorite. It's a Team Liquid classic. What did Cloud9 have up their sleeve? I'm going to throw it over to the smarter but uglier part of me. Hugo, how you doing?
Thank you, Beige Boy. We'll be back into the action momentarily. It's Liquid taking on Cloud9. And boy, this is going to heat up. Liquid favored on those odds, but can you really blame them after the way that last map went down? A flawless OT. It did go the distance, but OC is looking to put a distance between him and these players over in middle. It's actually bottom, but it worked better. OT is trying to get close. He's running through CT. He's getting into the action. Grim running through B. Oh dear, they've run right past one. It's Floppy and Sonic getting a killer piece through the smoke. They almost die. Stewie spots a second, and they back up. Stewie has to win some fights. Now, quick shot to Sonic, and he's watching this smoke. He's waiting in the smoke. It's Floppy now in a 1-on-2 as Liquid try and push it over the line. Stewie buying time, and how is he still alive? I don't know. He's somehow going to do it. Naf saves his bacon, and Team Liquid, they'll take the pistol round, albeit a little shaky.
Look at that little flex of the wardrobe behind him as well. It's full of Liquid clothing and everything. That even looks like maybe a Cloud9 jersey up at the top.
He's had a couple. I've heard he's played there before for a little bit.
Meanwhile, Sonic, he's a fun guy.
I didn't see it. Is that
It's
a
a reference to his backdrop.
Oh, I didn't see it.
I
I'm
just
sorry.
missed it because that was it mushroom related?
Yes, it literally has fungus behind him.
Fungus behind
It's fine. I tried.
Mikey's more observant than you and I, so maybe she should be the one taking the reins on the cast, or maybe take it over from Jakey.
Definitely not. I'm not good looking or brainy enough, boys.
Well, we're still here, so don't need either of those.
Well, self-depreciation is the new currency, I hear, in the post-pandemic world. Stewie over here towards the top of ramp, looking to move in. But the previous tenants, they haven't even moved out yet. They're over here behind the sandbags. Let's see what these two, and Bottom and Floppy, they're huddled together. Oh goodness.
Oh, no.
They were huddled together for warmth. That's a little too warm. They extinguish it with the smoke. And I like this. Okay, now the purpose of the double setup makes so much sense. They cross out. I think it was Motum leaving. Oh no, sorry, it was Floppy leaving from the sandbags, but they leave Motum there.
They could aren't fall of
The problem is he actually crossed while no one was peeking, and so they only see the smoke on the sandbags, and now they're assuming, well, probably still there. And in a sense, they're right.
Grim did spot it just as he looked away, but yeah, Liquid aren't falling for it. Unfortunately, they had no more mollies or nades to throw in, so they go and check it. Leech clearing out two. The flash, or the smoke rather, on the site. There's still two CTs here. Sonic on rotation. OC has a great timing. Catches Grim moving around the angle. He wasn't ready for a fight then. Naf spraying away with the UMP. Needs a double. He's done exactly that. Sonic, same story. 20 seconds, buying time and staying alive. He's going to wait for the plant. Naf going for the stick. This is a dangerous play, but Sonic is stuck in the smoke. He climbs up and he goes above, but he can't get the second. Naf with a pistol. It's nasty as Liquid find a second. These rounds are coming down to the wire. They're still picking them up. Cloud9, close attempt. I like the idea with that double sandbag setup, but Liege, he ain't falling for your trickery. Oh, Floppy could have definitely stopped that defuse, but I like the idea of going above as well, killing the short play. You know that's where the cover is from. He just gets swung by Naf straight after the plant. And now it's an eco for Cloud9. Nice breather, nice break from the action. Or not.
Twist hears this and he's waiting for these kills to get delivered. He placed the delivery. It was meant to be next day and they're here early. He's getting out of there. Ooh. Run. It's only pistols, but you don't want to get churned up. Wow, we're going on a tour of Virgo here. OC ain't. He's staying in place. He's been waiting all round to have his shot of the action. And let's see what it boils down to for OC. He has put a whole minute into this position. Is he going to get rewarded? The short answer, yes. There it is. Grim goes down.
This is still around where Cloud9 can make it interesting. The one flash does a good effect, but the spray is perfect. Stewie finding 3, and that's around cleaned up. Liquid, yeah, it was never going to get too dicey. Maybe Cloud9 finds some kills, but defusing the bomb with full USPs, no armor, not going to happen. 3-0 for Liquid, starting off strong. Remember when these guys played the other day on this map? It was a 16-8, a fairly dominant affair in favor of Liquid. That was off the back of, funnily enough, an 11-4 T side. Where Liquid started again? Oh yeah, it's the T side. So Cloud9, they've got a lot of work to do, and yeah, not much to do it.
Was that a back-to-backtical? I think it might have been.
Ooh.
Cloud9, I'm going to double-check this. Hang on, Hugo.
Well, Cloud9 called the pause and then...
Cloud9 did, and then I think Liquid did, but
like
maybe
that.
not. No, I think I'm wrong on that one. No.
Let's try.
I tried, man. That's what matters. Well, let's just stew in my mistake for a minute.
Shame.
Well, that's what I'm feeling right now. We're getting ready to head in to this round. The pause, not the back-to-backtical, just a tactical, the regular variety for Liquid.
Have you coined that name?
Yes.
Yeah,
yes.
okay, I love it. It's
Has
great.
given Coach Momo some time to weigh in.
What do you think he said in this time?
Mate, honestly, I could
I
not.
really screwed you there.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Like, guys, yeah, keep it up. You're doing great. Back to you in the studio.
Don't lose.
That's a Trace Studders
Yeah,
classic.
that is, actually.
Modem over here at ramp, and he's got a teammate pushing it in the form of Sonic. Now, this little crossfire is going to be dangerous, especially with the Liege opening up at the A site and that there. Oh, there's the spray down. Sonic, 1 magazine, and he lights them up. It is just a Liege left now in a 1v3. The bomb given over.
Ace?
Sonic is on for the ace. Come on, Sonic. He's there. He's low. You want an ace against Team Liquid, and he might get it. Certainly might. Elige gonna go through. Sonic goes over. Floppy, if you steal it, man. If you steal it, there we go. They let Sonic have it. It's an ace in the round, and Cloud9 get there first.
Beautiful stuff. Take a bow. Take a bow. That is a great spray down with what, like you said, 1 mag, 4 kills. Oh, let's look at this again. 1, 2, 3, and the 4th. Nothing to stop him. This guy is gobbling up golden rings like it's nobody's business. Ah, the fun guy. I like it. I get it.
I wouldn't have even noticed.
Beautiful head of hair and...
I don't know why, yeah, that's the problem. Like, Floppy really draws the attention in, whereas, like, I think it was Stewie's camera angle is very wide. You see the whole room.
Ooh, into middle. Liquid. Lurking around. There's lots of numbers here. That smoke's going to let them climb up on the mid to be like that. Martin's going to drop one of his own. They have to run right through it, but they have no fear with the pistols. They don't even check it. Martin with a charge, but he only gets 1. Trade and a gun given over. Twist. What an excellent 1D. Finding Sonic. No more ace for you today, buddy. He's going to get traded, but that bomb can get planted or maybe not. Elige is covered safe from the boxes. Floppy on the flank will shut down the round. But Liquid, they get what they wanted. Some damage, a plant. It wasn't eco. They were saving money. And so they'll be able to buy back up moving forward. That was going to happen regardless, but now it's better than ever. Cloud9, 2 AKs and an AWP, starting to build their own economy. That's just, what a shot. Like, that kill allows the plant there for Twist, even though he gets traded. Ooh, double AWP on the CT side. Cloud9 proposing a solution to the problem that is Liquid. I suggest a container. They've gone for a double AWP.
All right, funny guy. All right. Let's save the gold. 3 players here at the top of ramp. One of those is this AWP. They're going to flash for a peek. No one's gone deep yet, though. And OC. Oh, if he goes back in now, Stewie is on the angle. That's always a very risky fight to be taken. But they've somehow kept this even. Stewie's got a flick, and he's not going to land that. OC swinging out, deals with him. This AWP put to great use out of Spawn. Now Twist creeping into the B site, and the bomb's rotated back in on Naf. Sets him up with the flashbang. Sonic's waiting back in CT, so he's never going to have a chance to put a stop to this, and now gets the info that it is B indeed. Flash out, Sonic's already ahead of it, and oh, down goes Naf. It's a no, maybe not. Twist's in the 1v2, but he's brought down very, very low as Sonic looks away just a moment too soon. Goes a little too fast there.
It did look like the double. It definitely did. Nice work from Sonic, though. That gap in the smoke, something Liquid definitely need to clean up. He had an angle to stop the planter, or at least kill him off the back of the bomb plant. Nice little AWPing from OC on the A site, finding a couple of kills here with the AWP. Even whipping out the old clack-clack to clean it up. That's what the CZ sounds like. Another eco for Liquid. Are they going to keep up the pace? I've liked it on this T side. They've not been able to win this eco round, but they've at least made it interesting. Running up A this time. Bottom, he's dropped Naf. That is over in middle. With the second AWP over Sonic, so Floppy above the smoke, finding one, OC another, and it's just domination here for Cloud9. Stewie's going to grab an AWP and get a kill, but he will eventually be traded, and right now it's falling to the hands of Grim and Twists. Where's the gun? Where's it gone? Is it flying off the map? Ah, oh, blimey. Oh, no. Okay, there it is.
Oh. And it's just Twists left. He loses Grim. And there's the flank from Sonic.
I like this double AWP. Surprised it's not on Sonic as a second, but Motum is certainly able to take that one as well. And probably position-based. We have been seeing Sonic on that B-bomb site. Motum's with him here, going for the quick peek. Liquid have no interest. They're taking A. Twist is holding for that flank. OC's got a long old angle here, but he can't see a thing from it. Just waiting for Liquid to cross into his sides. Grim's already tucked on the right side. Elige with a flash. Oh, it's not going to do anything. OC gets the kill. Grim, he's moving up, but he's been spotted. Doesn't matter. Gets the spam back. That AWP's been pushed back, and the molly will make sure that is the case. But Cloud9, I love the re-aggression on short. They've been doing this a lot. Backing up and then moving in for more. Are they going to boost here? They've set up for it. OC's just going in alone, looking to take another kill away. This is such a favorable fight. On the right eye peak, Grim is waiting. The barrel might give it away, but it might not matter. OC hits the shot, and Cloud9 a man up.
Yeah, now that other AWP has rotated into CT. There's still two players over here at short side, but OC gets found through the smoke, so suddenly the script has been flipped by Team Liquid. Bomb now planted. And Cloud9 on the back foot. Nice tag from Motum, but that's all he's going to get as he moves out of this round, looking to save. Team Liquid tie us up at 4-4. And they will just look to keep their own money in check on the Team Liquid side. I like that decision. You think about how these rounds have gone. It's been a lot of force buys thus far for Team Liquid. And so finally, they're hoping to establish a little bit of money. Now, they still have another full buy that they have to overcome before they kind of reach that easy street where you're up against an eco. But this is at least the first step in the right direction.
Cloud9 already doing a good job, though, on this T side, right? 4 rounds is exactly what they got last time on their CT side, considering they started there as well, over 15. So, you know, already working towards a win. It's going to take a long time, though, and I can only assume this isn't going to be where they stop winning rounds. Depends how good Liquid really are. We'll have to wait and see. It's got to be feeling rough, though. You've already lost your map pick in overtime as well, the same way that you won it in the previous. And now Liquid looking for that playoff spot. So attainable, so achievable. Flash to B. It's only one man holding on. It's Twists again. Nice little grenade. Does some good damage to Elise and Grim. It will live to tell the tale, moving back up towards A. Sonic, oh, he's going to get checked. Twist won't be able to hit the shot in time. And so Sonic smokes it off and stays alive. Oh my, moving back into the angle. What a danger. He's even got to push through it. The fearlessness on this man. Twist is so low, he won't hang around for much longer. And neither will Sonic. Going back in through the smoke to safety, he can forfeit a safe rotation to A. That will be needed. Liquid are going quick.
OC's AWP is looking very, very scary. And JT, oh, taken out, Naf. That's all he's going to get. I was getting a bit worried there. It was picking up the pace with the old flicks, man, but only good for 2. 5 on the board for Cloud9. And that there is this crucial round that really they needed to stop Team Liquid from spiraling this out of control, just getting crunched down by Cloud9 with their re-aggression through short, dealing with the ramp play. OC looking deadly on this AWP. He's caught up to Sonic, who was top fragging by a very big margin at one point in time. While he had 11 kills, the rest of Cloud9 only had 9 between the 4 of them. So this is a great little streak from OC to help get them here. And it's really showing the versatility of having this AWP, taking these ramp fights early on.
I'm liking the chaos that Cloud9 are so willing to throw themselves into, right? They don't respect Liquid's utility, and so many teams do, right? You see the smokes come down, and you play CT, and you wait for the plant, and you spam, you throw your nades, you play retake. That's how like an EU team would approach it, but Cloud9, they just want to be annoying. They want to be in your face, and not just the fact that they own this short control to the death, to the end of the round, but when it's not OC re-aggressing with the AWP, like Floppy right there, he gets some spam off, he pushes short, he comes in on the flank of Liquid as they take the site. And so Cloud9 not only doing that, but jumping on top of the boost boxes, coming through the smokes, not allowing Liquid the respect. Did Twist get run boosted? He is here very fast. I think that must have happened through the util. But yeah, I want to see more of that from Cloud9, just causing chaos, causing problems here for Liquid and denying any respect their way. It's a big statement, considering some of the names on this T side, but down by 1 round and moving up to A. They've got a few AKs at least. Not a lot of utility, only 2 smokes. That's enough to cut off both sides of the site, but flashes are lacking. This is a very passive setup for Cloud9. They have 1 man here. 1 man here.
Ooh.
A lot of speaking.
Yeah.
Yeah, finally catching up with me. Losing my voice a bit.
You're looking to perform the fabled Liquid choke, Hugo.
Oh, maybe. Give them time, Harry. Give them time.
Sonic's opened the round up with a nice opening onto Twist, and now, and only now, drops that smoke outside of B. That's surely going to delay this play. The Liquid were hoping to go for, with Stewie making noise at the A bomb site. But now, on the other side of this smoke, Sonic getting a lot of damage through it, but not quite a killing blow. He retrieved a second smoke from the body of Twist, and that now gives him a second bit of utility to drop. Now that there has put in Team Liquid's head the illusion that there's even more players at this B site than what there really is. And so they go back up through ramp, in towards A. In doing so, they're walking into the stack, but they have made quick work of it. Just Motum left to find, but he puts up a lot of resistance. He deals with a Liege. And with Naf and Grim left in this one in a 2-on-3, they want to get the bomb down, but it gets denied. Motum sprinting through that smoke, opportunistic as ever, puts a 6th on the board for Cloud9.
And Cloud9, they do it again, right? Obviously, the time is low there, so it's a different situation. It makes way more sense in this spot, but they know Liquid have to plant in order to win the round, so 2 of them rush them down. Well, 1 plays safe with a flashbang. And because Naf turns to avoid the flash, he therefore doesn't see the fact that 2 players cross out. Motum is grooving funky fresh today. And yeah, he doesn't see the fact that two of the CTs have come through that smoke. So after he gets 1, tries to transfer into CT, doesn't work, gets repeat from the left side. That's a nice little call for Cloud9. Very, very quick on the comms. Fearless, man. This team is fearless, and I love them for it.
Oh, nades in the middle for JT, ahead of the flashbangs. What? Not actually going to get away with the kill. Somehow, some way, he's soak it up, but he's done a lot of damage, and that's left Team Liquid clutching at straws. The bomb dropped in mid, and there's the mop up for Motum. 7 on the board, Cloud9, feeling fresh, feeling fancy, and as you said, feeling fearless. Not to be confused with the Dutch caster, Veerless, of course. Very different thing, but here we go. It's another round for Cloud9.
Yeah, this is already a far better CT side than what they showed, and that's a great sign for Cloud9. The third map of this series is different than last time. It's Inferno. I don't know what to expect from these two teams taking on each other on that one. Middle ground map for the both. One that Liquid have had their fair share of problems on earlier this year, in those series versus EG, for example.
Last time these two teams met on Inferno a couple of months ago, Cloud9 took that one. It actually led them to the round victory. It was in Road to Rio.
Yeah, of course. That's actually how they closed Road to Rio. So like that was their last game, and they looked really good there. They ended on a high going into the player break. 7-4, putting on the rounds, laying them on thick. Here comes the orb, but not for long.
Ooh. The utility keeps Team Liquid at bay. They will start to sift their way through the smoke. Dodge the flash. Don't dodge the nade, however. Aggression over here towards short with two players back inside of the site. It's a very, very heavy A-side presence for Cloud9.
JT balancing on a knife's edge. He can fall off so easily. He's going to swing, save his teammates with one. That at least lets him turn around and take that short control, but it's the pincer for Twist and Elige finding damage from both sides. Bottom runs through the smoke. They don't communicate. There's something going on. Liquid fall apart. It's Twist in a 1-on-2. He's got to save his team. That's a great shot, but the immediate repeat. Cloud9 don't give you a second to breathe, to react, to tell your teammates that he's pushed through the smoke. And boy, oh boy, does it work wonders.
Mom is terrified, man, and he just barreled through the smoke with a flashbang and then gets two, and like Elige is so just starstruck by what's just happened. It's not even communicated. You can guess who Moses is calling out after that one, right? Like Elige.
Well, you know, it's not even as simple. Like, you know, we're not on the team speak. It's not as simple as like Elige didn't call that, but yeah, Naf just not aware.
It's so chaotic, man.
There's so much going on.
You know, you're not. I imagine even if Elige says Martin's pushed the smoke, you're not anticipating that that's what's happened. You know, like
we just killed a guy there. We just killed two. Why is there a third? Oh, wait, there's a fourth. And Sonic as well. He ends that 1v1. Like, the second the trade comes in, boom, Sonic's through the smoke as well. Like,
look at this.
There's no time.
Look at Cloud9. They're rotating everyone into this A site. Because thus far, what else have Liquid showing them? Yeah, they go B sometimes, but a lot of the time it has just been these A plays. And so Cloud9 ready and waiting. That's only the leg onto Stewie. How? Is he all leg? There's the kill for Motton, barreling through another smoke. JT puts a stop to it. It's chaos. What is happening? Naf and Twist. 2-on-3, I'm running out of air. And they get down the ramp. They look like they want to leave, but they commit Twist. He sticks around just a little bit over here towards short side. Naf is running the gauntlet back, and down goes Twist. It all falls onto Naf in a 1v3.
And they're already here. They're here before him. He might not be ready. Oh, he's taking the first, but he thinks it's clear. Going for the plant. JT can swing and close the clutch. It's Cloud9 up to 9. Oh, boy. They are in the skies right now. This is excellent work, and Liquid are getting crunched.
If you want to know how Mottom, or proof that Mottom is always in these very obscure positions, he's so deep in enemy lines, he gets team-naded by JT.
And they still win the round.
Yeah.
Because Mottom's already killed everyone.
Throwing a nade at ramp. Mottom's like, no, I'm ramp.
I'd love to get in the team speaks of these guys, of both teams right now, because it's just crazy. It's just madness. Run boost. Oi, oi. Oh,
no. It's only one. It's only one. Sonic still lives to tell the tale.
The fact that Liquid are doing that twice in this game already, I hope they're not running out of ideas. It's a good way of getting position, getting a pick, surprising your opponents, but yeah, it's cheese. That's all it is. And Liquid need a little more than 4, that's to say for sure. But right now, this round is not going their way. Naf on the one gun. Grim gets shot down by the orb. Naf trading onto the site. The flick won't connect. OC needs something. He needs to stand tall. He can't afford to give this orb to his opponents. And he will do nothing of the sort. 10-4. Cloud9 in control. We had 11-4 in favor of Liquid on the T side last time they played this map. Right now, it's the inverse. It's the reverse. And Liquid, they need 5. They're begging for it right now. Will Cloud9 give up? Will Cloud9 give in? I have no reason to believe so.
It's great because I feel like the fact that they lose their map pick, they go 0-1 down in this playoff series. I don't want to say they're playing like they have nothing to lose, but they're just playing like so hyper aggressive and with the knowledge that, you know, if Vertigo slips by, it's all over for them. So they've made a lot of very unorthodox decisions and just been relying on this sheer confidence and brute force. And boy, oh boy, has it been exciting and has it been working for Cloud9. Motum sitting here in middle, that Molotov's going to push him out of position. He'll cross behind the boxes. Grim's holding on to ramp. JT's pressuring him, and he's already gotten past. Grim is now. Okay. What? Okay, Grim. All right.
Dude.
Okay. Right there. JT's gone. Of course. It's the kill from the 4x3 player that we all expected. Could barely even see him on 16x9, but there's Grim getting the shot off.
It's like a full flick. Like, round the box. I don't even know. I don't even know if someone commed it. But how would they? No one's dead. I'm lost. Great shot from Grim. And Liquid, okay, time to sweat it. Time to bleed this round for everything you can get. This is perfect. Cloud9 are leaning A. They're about to get the info that A is clear. They're peeking down the ramp with York. They worked it out. Sonic's seen the dastardly return of Liquid to this B bomb site. Shuey blinded, gets the kill. The molly pushed him out into the open. And now a 5-on-3. Liquid have to close this one through the smoke. Don't tell me you're serious, Motum. You are a madman, and he is going to get punished as he should be. I like the try. I like the attempt. It's what got Cloud9 here in the first place, but it will take them no further.
Yeah, you were hoping, like, just for Counter-Strike's sake, that it was going to come back to punish Motum at some point, and it does. There's the finisher. 5 for Liquid at the end of the first half. These scorelines mirrored from Overpass. And are Liquid going to pull this back like they did there? Or is it going to be Cloud9 taking us the distance? Join me in just a moment to find out.
Rising out the ashes, coming from the ether. All I hear is static. Breathe a little deeper. Fallen, broken, a million light years away from home. My eyes opened, and now I've come to claim life. Never let it go. ocean with you. Baby, up with a slow motion crew. And we up in our cloudlands when people change, but not us. And we just chillin', kicking it, kissed by the sun. Could be soaked to the skin in the moss soon. I know she got the good
Up
vibes
and 10
when
is much
seasons
bigger than
change.
5.
Wow, great maths. We're going to have to get our mathematicians on the scene to double check the stats.
Frankie,
here.
could you confirm this one for us? Is 10 indeed bigger than 5?
Yes?
Yes, there we
Experts
go.
report back.
Confident as
Harry.
ever.
What size font you're using?
That's
'Cause
right,
5
yeah.
is in a size 20 font and 10 is in a size 2 font.
There we
then
go.
technically no.
Too many
What the
numbers for me. I'm
expectation
already
there.
confused.
Well, we're talking about fonts, but let's see
Where you going with this
who
one,
is the
buddy?
final word in this one. As
Nice.
Stewie,
Saved.
holding on to middle, spots the players moving in. Flashes are good, and the Liege can't see a thing.
baby.
Floppy and OC open up, and down goes Twist. It's Naf and Grim left in the 2-on-4. Team Liquid, Vertigo, normally a home map for this squad. Well, right now, it is the furthest thing from it.
Got to be feeling pretty screwed right now if you're Liquid. This is not a great start, and this pistol could have been the start back into the series. Cloud9 will disallow it. 11-5. We had Cloud9 essentially required to win their pistol and T side of Overpass as they got 5 rounds in their first half. Well, that's the same story for Liquid here on this second map. Obviously less pressure considering they're already up 1 in the series, but they would have loved to make this a quick 2-0 and not go to Inferno. But it might be Infer yes, after all, if Cloud9 have their way. The buy is in, and it's Liquid forcing as well. They want to make the most of this early as they can. Stewie scouting mid. There's a heavy setup here with the T's. They are walking through. Oh dear, he moves into the angle as they appear. And there we go, man advantage for Cloud9. They can just rally off the back of it. Great shot for OC. Stewie so blinded. Grim does get a trade. These 5-7s are showing through. Forget the CZ. This is the new pistol, and Twist has one of his own. It's a Deagle finding a double up onto Construction, and he will be tearing this round down. Naf joining him with another, and Sonic inside of the B site, but with no bomb to plant.
Yeah, it's whether or not he gets given fights here for Sonic. It's a flip of a coin, and he's hoping it comes up tails. 1v3. Creeping on in. No fights given over, and he's just got to try and navigate these murky waters in this round. A lot of work to do for just one man. Naf waiting, keeping an eye on the boost. Sonic's going to look for a fight in CT. He does deal with 2 out of 3. Now just Grim. Left to go blow for blow, and Grim is able to hold it together in the 1v1. It's 6 for Liquid as the force buy prevails.
Grim is looking like such a talent, man. He hits that perfect timing as Sonic jumps up. Grim peaks. Twist, I mean, without him, this round would have been lost, right? The double entry for Cloud9 in middle. They go 5-on-3 up. Twist gets a kill. Naf picks up the weapon, finds another. Clutched out by the young gun, the new boy on the block. And Liquid have just saved themselves in this series. No longer Cloud9 about to storm Vertigo to a third. Liquid have a chance to make this interesting, but that chance could disappear as soon as it arrives. An opening kill on the force buy back from Cloud9. They don't want to let this go down without a fight. And Molly and mid will, from mid will miss. But it's not going to matter because Cloud9 are not hitting the B site after that pick. They are walking right back to A, where only a Liege sits at 1M4. Grim has an AK on the other side of the map. In fact, everyone is on the other side of the map. And with Cloud9 walking up ramp, Liege ain't going to know until it's too late.
Yeah, Liege has got to try and erect a stellar defense here. And with that being the case, Floppy is not the man you want coming up against you. It's actually OC digging him down, and now Grim does deal with the first. That's Sonic removed. 3 retake at the A site. Just pistols and armor going up against you. And they've dealt with OC. Now the 3-on-3. Everyone back in ramp. There's a smoke on Naf, and that can make all the difference here. Grim through the smoke. Oh, for all of them. It's an ace for Grim in the round. After winning out the 1v1 to secure the force buy, he goes on to ace the follow-up round. 7 now for Team Liquid. And Grim, he might be the knight in shining armor that we needed.
That's why you give this man's the AK, you know, he's going to do and say something with it. He even safely runs back towards the elevator after getting those first couple of kills to throw that short smoke through the little window, through the hole, and cuts off Cloud9 on the retake, forcing him to play ramp. He sprays him down, nice little mow, and yeah, I'd be feeling the same, Sonic. I would be feeling the same. That is a rough round to lose. That could have been Cloud9 bouncing back with their force, and instead they have to take a breather. Back to the eco indeed. Floppy eats a nade in middle. Cloud9, it's just about damage in this one, taking guns away if they're able to. Naf, he's hiding. He's ducked down into a little corner, slothing about. Nice.
You want this round to be clean? And it is, kind of. They lose a Liege, but, you know, 4 out of 5 ain't bad. That's the old saying. Jason looks happy with it.
Beaming. At this point, you take what you can get, Harry. A clean anti-eco, 4 out of 5, nothing wrong with that. And, yeah, Cloud9 trying to build back into this one, trying to get this T-side off to a rip-roaring start. Here's the gun round, right? First proper rifle round we've had in this half. It's round 20. Yeah, Liquid wanted to go for those A-ramp peaks, but after hearing those footsteps and getting flashed off, the safe decision is to give it up. A Liege won't commit despite having the spawn, and that's probably the right call at this point, right? You don't want to give away Cloud9's advantage. Let them come to you. Sonic holding on to be alone. Stewie's on a loud rotation. This might get heard, but that's the least of Liquid's worries. They've got 4 on A right now. Boy, that's a stack. No mid-lurk for Cloud9 to come in on the back. Stewie flashing forward. Here they go, but there's no one up this far. It's only a man up in the scaffolding. That's Motum. Liege is even here as well. There's no Molotovs to clear him out of this position. If Sonic gets a kill, that might force a rotate from Liquid. A Liege, how many can you get?
The fact that there's no Molotov makes all the difference for a Liege. It means he likely gets rewarded for this. How profitable can a Liege make it? Floppy was keeping an eye on this position, and he still is. He's still bearing it in mind. But bearing it in mind is not the same as watching. And a Liege, 2 in the round now. And that's going to force them away from A, surely. Motum falls, and it's all on JT, arriving late to the party. Trying to get stuck in. Liege is still at the sandbags, and he's still looking. Oh, JT. He's gone a little deep. Liege doesn't know, and that leads to Naf going down, but it makes Liege's bait all that more profitable in the long run, right? Like, at that point, JT's thinking, well, you wouldn't just sacrifice your teammate, and Liege there, sacrificing his teammate, locks in a 9th for Team Liquid. Once again, I feel like Liege quiet in the beginning of this game, but now we're starting to see him come alive, and this is what this guy is good at. You know, he looked a little bit frustrated in some of these player cam moments, but if there's one person in this team who I feel like can mentally reset themselves in the middle of a game, it is a Liege. And we're already seeing him find more impact in these rounds. And that, just like back on Overpass, could make all the difference.
It's what pulled them over the line in overtime.
He's a player with extremely high standards, and he got a 0.72 rating against EG, and I wonder if that performance is weighing on his mind. He feels like he's got so much to prove now because he's not normally in the red.
Yeah, that is true. He is a standout player for Liquid, and you know, I'm sure he wants to beat EG again. It would require winning this, getting to the semis, winning against Chaos, and then assuming EG beat Furio, which is an assumption. You know, there's a chance for a rematch there. There is a chance, and so Liquid, that get him out, send him home.
Oh, Naf again with the wallbangs. Come on. Come on, it's so close. Get something. You're so close every time now. His teammates are falling while this is going on, but there's Stewie and Grim to make sure this round is guaranteed.
That pre-fire is Grim, right? Like, he doesn't even actually peek out. He doesn't even see the head. He just shoots through the metal. That'll do. Bye-bye, Floppy. Moses staying hydrated. I recommend you all do
That's
too.
a double dose of liquid for Jason Moses O'Toole there.
High supply. Might want to refill that bottle, bud. Nice nade as well from Grim. Combo with Naf. Love bouncing it off the crane. Yeah, just a filthy shot. And here it goes, Cloud9 now backs against the wall. They're still in the lead, but this is where Liquid is starting to build into this second half. There was one round for Cloud9. It's been flawless ever since, 5 in a row for the Liquid boys. It may have been a dominant T side that won this map last time, but now they've got to rely on the CT side, so no point sitting around crying about your bad first half. You better pick up the pieces. And Liquid have done a great job of that so far. Cloud9, they had solutions on that CT side. What will be theirs here and now? Pressure in mid with a Molotov pushes Stewie right back. Naf with the orb. Ooh, baby. Scoped up as Modem comes around the corner, and there'll be more where that came from. Molly is good. Modem has to escape, and Naf ready for the swing. Oh dear, they swing as he pulls the nade out. Does he know they've crossed to the right side? He does. He gets a shot and drops off. JT having a rough one right now. 7 and 19. That's not going to feel any better either. The bomb will rotate out of A. Sonic is taking ground towards B, but Twist has been here alone many of these rounds, and oh my, for good reason. Strong shot. Takes Sonic off of the wood, and now Cloud9, they got to walk into B, not just with one man either. Stewie's here too.
Stewie draws them in. But it's him to get the kill. The Molly's going to force Twist out into the open, but he runs the gauntlet and lives to tell the tale, only briefly. Stewie is there to keep this round in check, and Martin, no fancy footwork today. It's Team Liquid tying this up at 11 to 11.
Okay.
Now, as you mentioned, Hugo, the last time we saw these guys go head-to-head on this map, it was 11-4 for Liquid in that first half. This time, they only managed 5 rounds, but for me, I'm pretty happy about that because A, it means we get to see this brawl continue, and it also lets us know what Liquid are like when it's crunch time. You know, when you haven't had the ideal half, do you have that resilience, that ability to force your way back into a game? And that's what they're doing right here, right now, tying things up, taking this half by storm. And now the pressure's inverted. Now it's Cloud9 feeling the heat.
Yeah, this is the pressure that Liquid live in. This is one that Cloud9 have got to get over. And this hump is bigger than expected. Liquid looking for the playoffs. They can taste it. Cloud9 fast flash to B. I like this. A speedy round by the looks of things. They take the control. They won't commit, but Liquid don't actually know. They kind of walk through the smoke. So Liquid fighting up on A and the boost on B. Ooh, don't fall off the map. Close Molly. Just hasn't seen this yet. The flash is good. Oh, Sonic climbs up with it. Oh boy, this could be a huge kill, but Twist is so prepared. What a shot. He's dropped the bomb as well. Twist, headshot angles. That's what he's waiting for. That's what he's hunting for. And he finds 2, even more at the bottom of the stairs as well. The Molotov will do the job. Twist isn't needed. And there's 2 up for Cloud9 in a 2-on-5.
And the monumental task of retrieving this bomb gets even harder. The flash is good. It forces them to look away. Twist takes down another. And Floppy falls. Twist with 4. Stewie removing 1 with the Molly. Team Liquid, they have recovered. They are back. Jason is smiling. It's looking good, man. He was worried for a moment there. But now he's smiling. He's believing again. He's getting the boys pumped up from his cupboard. And this is where things get exciting.
That big microphone, it's a little bit Hunger Games. He does seem like the games master. It's a bit Power Rangers. There's something about seeing Momo lording it over the tower block.
Of Team Liquid.
Wait, Zod, is it Zod?
I'm not much of a Power Rangers lore fan. That was more like, you know, my youth.
You were never Pink Ranger.
I liked all the Rangers equally, apart from the green one.
Never got to be Pink Ranger. I was always yellow.
No one wanted to be yellow, actually. Yellow was the uncool one, Frankie. I'm sorry.
Tiger Man's the coolest thing now. Tiger King.
I didn't watch that either.
You've not watched Tiger King.
No,
You're
no
going to be here for a while. You've no excuses.
I'm watching Counter-Strike, Frankie. That's all I'm watching. Day in, day out, in my waking hours, in my sleeping hours. Liquid. Cloud9. I don't know what to say. And Nap, he's going to start things off, taking down OC.
Oh, smooth.
I was going to say, like, Liquid are playing Counter-Strike in their sleep, but that's obviously impossible. So maybe they will be if they can get to the playoffs. Only 4 rounds away as well. Cloud9 seemingly like they've running out of ideas. 7 rounds in a row for Liquid. This would be their 8th. Heavy A-side setup as well. Liquid have always had these great stacks, right? Like they've been in all the right places. And not to say that Cloud9 weren't either, right? They were stacked up on A every single round, but that's the only side that Liquid went to in their T side. Cloud9 have had a bit of diversity, but it's not really saved them. I'd love to see a mid lurk, someone coming in on this late flank. Liquid aren't really watching it. Occasionally, Stewie will divert and pivot and check from the elevator room, but not always. And Cloud9 could find a gap, but now they'll find a plant. And the molly forces Floppy out into the spray. That's setting Liquid up for the retake. Nice and slow, calculated, not the chaos that Cloud9 had by running through their own utility.
Oh, and Martin and Sonic just get churned up. JT all alone. What's he gonna do? What's he gonna manage? Ultimately, nothing. 13-14 Liquid. Martin keeps trying to go for these crazy plays around the smokes again, but it feels like now Liquid is so ready for it. Every smoke that's down, they look at it because they know that there could be a man of the match on the inside. It's like a Kinder egg, but it's not nice what's in the middle. 13 now, 14 Liquid. Reinvestment back in for Cloud9. But this could be pretty much their last fall buy, right? Either if they lose this one, they've got loss bonus, so I guess, you know, they are still investing. But it won't be ideal, and you're up against 14. That's it. Oh! Floppy just gets wiped out of the face of the earth with that peek from Stewie. And Team Liquid, man, they might have been slow starters, but it's looking like it could be the case of a strong finish. Grim saving his teammate's life. Elige has Grim to thank. And Liquid, you can tell how much they want these playoffs right now. This is a team that's deserving of that position. 1 away from reaching 14, and then it might be plain sailing.
Yeah, Cloud9 have had no answers to the CT side defense. So mobile, so stacked. Even though it's only 1B right now, Twist, he is hitting these shots every single time. And he's just going to play it safe now. A huge advantage of 5-on-3, no reason to give it up. And Cloud9 actually are going to give it up. They're going to go back towards this A site. Look at OC, look at the ground he's been given. The AWP hits the shot. It may not be the kill, but it's good damage nonetheless. OC mollying CT. Grim, he could smoke it off, or he could just wait, really. Liquid have, as said, the advantage to play retake. They don't need to worry just yet. They have grenades. Grim going to throw in that molly to try and delay the plant, or at least deny it. OC pushed up, but Naf around the edge of the smoke. There's a nice sizable gap, and he will take it. He's not going to give them the plant. He's going to take everything from them. All of the lives. Sonic trading back, but Grim has been so good on this A-side defense. He has been, like you said, not just saving his teammates, but making plays, pushing in, retaking, all over the place. Look at the money of Liquid. They have been taking so many clean rounds. We have multiple players near max cash. Dear, oh dear, Cloud9 falling at the final hurdle. It can't feel good. 9 in a row for Liquid. Who to find?
Imagine if Liquid win and literally Moses has coached from a cupboard. He's won one of the most important prizes in Counter-Strike. I know, obviously, it's a different environment, but he's won one of the biggest titles in Counter-Strike from a cupboard.
Well, that's why he came to Liquid, for the big titles, for the championships.
I thought you meant for the cupboard. I was like, I don't know if that was the...
Nice side benefit.
Well, you know, Harry Potter lived in like a little cage under the stairs or whatever it was, so...
What was that about? That was Hedwig.
Here's the mid play. Cloud9, they need their own touch of wizardry if they want to turn this one back in their favor. Floppy, OC, and JT out here in middle. While this is going on, Liquid probing ramp and seeing what it has to offer, and quite soon it's going to become apparent that there's nobody here in spite of that short smoke going down. Still, a lot of players deep in through middle, and Elige doesn't peek it. That there could make all the difference. He rotates into CT to help out, but it gets smoked off. And now they know that mid's been conceded and that it could be this mid to B play that they're now very well set up for. They've been swift in moving these players into position. They actually smoke off construction, and that's going to deny a peek. Cloud9, they try and go back. They try and leave mid, but there's no leaving this fight. Liquid, they hunt down these players in middle, and Stewie puts up another. He's in full control right now. Cloud9, their hands are tied. They try and go in a B, and in doing so, they run into the meat grinder. This hold has been unfaltering. Twist, not giving up even an inch of room to Cloud9. And JT is once again left all alone. This is that shot. Does get finished off. It's match and series point for Team Liquid. Playoffs just 1 round away.
What a tale. What a story for Liquid. Like, Cloud9 aren't even getting kills in these rounds either. The last, like, 4 rounds that the last 4 rounds we've played, Cloud9 have had 1 kill over 4 rounds. 2 over the last 5, 3 over the last 6. It gets a bit better before that, but that's me being nice. 3 kills in the last 6 rounds. That's not a pretty story at all. Liquid have been, well, the money speaks for itself, but they have been dominating. Elise going back with a flash this time. Nothing to lose, everything to gain. The man advantage that could push Liquid to the playoffs. There's barely any utility. Cloud9 going through the smoke. That's a big opening kill. Floppy finding a lead. Grim going to back up. There's not a lot of util on either side here for so Liquid looking for the fights. Naf taking his AWP aggressive. He's got the Molotov down as well. It's going to hold Bottom back. No, it won't. He'll go through it. That's not a smoke. That's not something you can get away with. Stewie with 1 through the smoke. Grim and Naf find another apiece, and it's Floppy in a 1-on-4. Not going to happen. Not today. Not forever. It's Liquid going to the playoffs, knocking out Cloud9 in the process. They will be taking on Chaos. And boy, that's going to be a series you should keep your eyes on. Don't take your eyes off the screen yet, though. We're coming back with a post-match analysis in just a moment.
myself, Frankie Ward. We've also got Hugo and Harry who've been putting in the overtime hours today, casting, analysing, and just keeping me company, to be honest, boys. It's delightful to be spending so much time in your presence here in Cologne. And we've got to talk about Vertigo, obviously, it's our jobs. And I want to talk about the two different CT sides we saw on offer there. It was a brawly game of Counter-Strike, but it felt like Cloud9's approach was, right, we'll just have Motom do his thing all over the map. We'll have Sonic just push B stairs. Whereas with Liquid, it felt maybe a little bit more coordinated. They were getting so many clean rounds through.
Yeah, it felt like, you know, between the two CT sides, Liquid at the beginning were caught off guard by some of the wild stuff that Cloud9 were throwing in. In particular, I think you're looking at Motom there with like all these smoke pushes. And then like Liquid, they just go back to what they do best, which is playing their brand of CS. They get comfortable, they get entrenched. One by one, players start coming alive. And once that ball of Liquid starts rolling, it's very, very hard to put a stop to. I got a little stat here. In that second half, 18 kills went in favor of Cloud9 in the entire thing. 56 went in favor of Liquid. To give you an idea on just how different a kind of playing field we're looking at in terms of the individual frags between the two, it was night and day. Cloud9 barely even made a dent.
Yeah, I mean, remember, they won the pistol, and then Liquid won that force fire off the back of Twist's double deagle, and Grim winning the one-on-one with the 5-7 as well. And that just pushed Liquid forward. They didn't lose a round from that point onwards, going 11-1, almost flawlessly after that pistol loss. So kind of crazy to believe it. Yeah, great game from Liquid. They show what we wanted.
It's kind of crazy to believe that we're about to interview our former colleague Moses as well. He's on the line. Moses, I could talk about the fact that you left us and betray the talent team, but we'll do that some other time, because right now I want to actually ask about a lead, because he had a tough performance, 0.72 rating against Evil Geniuses, and tonight it looked like maybe that was still weighing on his mind, because he seemed to be taking losses, taking early exits from rounds quite difficultly. That's not a word, but you know what I mean.
It was close though. I liked it. No, I mean, listen, he might have had a tough performance previously, but I mean, today he stepped up and he did great. You know, there's a lot of ways to impact the game. And I think John did a very good job being a captain, you know, on certain parts of the map in certain situations. So, yeah, maybe it doesn't show. Those things are the ones that don't show on the scoreboard. Those are the intangibles that the audience isn't going to see. So, you know, it wasn't lighting it up on the scoreboard, but we've got 5 people who can. Russell obviously had an incredible game on Overpass. Mike obviously stepped it up in a big way here on Vertigo, and John was able to contribute in other ways, and that's why we win as a team, we lose as a team.
Jason, I want to talk about the communication. That was quite a suffocating CT side from Cloud9. There was one round in particular where they were coming through smokes on the A side. Elise gets traded by a smoke push. Naf goes for the bomb plant, despite there being a CT on short just there. Clearly not communicated or not received. Is communication a problem right now? Is that something you're helping to iron out, or is it just heat at the moment?
I think no matter what team you ask in professional Counter-Strike, you know, they'd be lying if they said communication isn't an issue. Everyone is going to want communication to be better than it currently is. And I think the big thing is it's a two-way street, right? Like the information is communicated, especially in this instance. It's not always picked up and received on the other end quick enough to do anything about it. I think the bigger problem wasn't the communication in that kind of a scenario. They were doing that the entire half, coming through these smokes, pushing through these smokes during our executes. And I don't think we did a good enough job on picking up on it and adapting quick enough to where, you know, it wasn't an issue later on in the half. So they came into Vertigo with a very good game. You know, the very first time out that was taken in that half, you know, or in the game, it was very obvious they had done some deep research and done some very hard counter stratting. So we knew it was going to be a tough half pretty much from round, I think, 2 or 3 on.
Jason, I want to ask about Grim, because obviously you and him being the 2 new faces in the team, what kind of measures have you been taking to make sure he feels accommodated and you know, welcome in the squad and just fits right in?
I haven't done anything for him. I haven't done anything special for him. He's stepped in, and I mean that was one thing I kind of had in my head. I was trying to come up with some ways and some things to prepare to kind of help him with the transition, and probably within, you know, the first few days, I kind of realized, you know, he didn't really need that help. You know, there's going to be the natural growing pains. And I think, you know, it'd almost be worse if you baby him in any kind of a way. And instead, he's kind of stepped it up. And listen, he's made some mistakes, and he's obviously had some very good games, but it's a learning game and it's a work in progress. And he's doing a great job so far with it. And I don't think anyone on the team is going to be complaining about the kind of effort and the kind of performances that he's put in for us. So again, it's just him knowing that he's doing good and just continuing down this path, and he's going to be just fine.
Well, you're in the playoffs and you're going to be facing Chaos, who have taken a lot of teams here by surprise with their performance so far. Probably not so surprising for you, given that you and Steel go back a long way. In terms of their stars, of course, they've got Leaf and Zeppa, new upcoming players, a bit like Grim on your team. What are you thinking the matchup is going to be like for Liquid, though?
I think it's going to be tough. I mean, you're exactly right, and I've said it many times on broadcasts and shows over the years. I've got all the respect in the world for Josh as an in-game leader. I've got all the respect in the world for Josh as someone who knows how to prepare his team. I don't think there's anyone more experienced in the game of Counter-Strike and the game of leadership than Josh is here in North America. So that's definitely not a match that I'm going to take lightly. And obviously, we don't have nearly as much time as we'd like to prepare for it. That kicks off just tomorrow. So that's what we get to focus on now. There's no time for celebrating just yet, and we get right into it.
Thank you so much for talking to us, Moses. Do you miss us?
No.
Fair enough.
I knew it was
Thank you so much. Well, we miss you. It's fine. It was always a one-sided thing. Congratulations, obviously, go to Team Liquid. And after that performance, I've got high hopes for them.
It's so great having Jason as the coach, though, because one thing I will say is from interviewing some of the Liquid guys, sometimes they just give you the answers like, yeah, we just play our game, we just show up, we do whatever. But Jason, I know we're always going to get good answers from him. Like, you could ask the flattest question out there, he'll find a way to turn that into some spectacle, because he's very, very good, and he knows the importance of giving us that information of what goes on behind the scenes and helping tell stories through it. So I think this is a win-win for the whole CS scene, because he is the perfect face of a team like Team Liquid.
Yeah, I feel quite lucky, because normally I'm sideline reporting, and hopefully I'm going to see Jason on the sidelines at an event in future when the world hopefully returns to normal. Now, I'm thinking that we should have a look at the results from earlier today for anyone who's just tuning in on the broadcast and needs a little bit of a catch-up, because the first series was that's it. It was OG Mad Lions. We weren't here for that one. And actually, OG managed to 2-0 it, despite Mad Lions' good form in their previous series.
Yeah, if you have just tuned in, well done. You've missed everything. You're very, very late to the party. It was 2-0s all day. It was a very, very fast day. Obviously, we saw Vitality take down FaZe in that 2-0 belter. And then we just had Liquid complete the Motum prediction, but inversed, knocking Cloud9 out and securing a playoff spot.
Well, let's take a look at the brackets, find out actually where we're at, what those results have done to the scores on the boards, the teams in the playoffs, because today was our last day of group play-bys. So,
yeah, that's exciting. I can't wait. Playoffs, I know we're not in the Laxus Arena this year. It's going to be a bit of a shame. It's going to be a sad one, but the games of quality, it's going up from here, and you know it. With elimination on the line of every single matchup, with hundreds of thousands of dollars to play for, this is where teams have got to bring their A game. Here's North America as well. We'll be covering this one tomorrow. It's going to be Chaos Liquid, as Moses said. I can't wait for that game. We didn't get to cover Chaos because we were doing EU on the first week, so finally we're going to get a chance to see what they bring to the table. And the fact that they 2-0'd their group is especially good, because it means that they're not doing what Liquid are doing, like Moses just said, not having a lot of time to prepare for that matchup, considering it's tomorrow. With Chaos, they've been sweating the servers. They've been watching the demos. I'm sure they've been watching this game. They've had days to prepare, and even though they only just figured out their opponent, I imagine they could have assumed it would be Liquid, right? That was the safe assumption. That was a safe bet, and that's the result. So Josh, I hope he's coming with a good game plan. I really am excited for that game tomorrow.
You know he has. You absolutely know he has. And if you want to see how it turns out, make sure you're back here tomorrow. But before we kick off with NA, of course, Pansy, Machine, and Sponge will be here with the first of the European quarterfinals. You do not want to miss it. I'm going to be watching it in my hotel room. Party at mine, boys. Socially distanced. Wear your mask.
Yeah,
right.
Let's get it.
I'll see you then. We'll see you guys tomorrow.
It feels like I saw you every day. Tired of hanging on the walls that always need an explanation. I don't need to every day. Explain myself, don't hold it against me if I'm somewhere else. Put all the masks that I had on the shelf. Wish I could say, but it's bad for my head. Something's coming. I wanna be everything I thought. somewhere else. Put all the masks that I had on the shelf. Wish I could stay, but if I pull my head. Something's coming. Oh, everything I thought that I
Trying hard, but you wanna be my friend. Ain't no place to hide, ain't no one to run to. Here we go again. Call my bluff, I'ma be here till the end. I'm the one you ride, I'm the one you ride to. If you don't wanna change, ain't no place to hide, ain't no one to run to. If you I can help you out. 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 Here we go again. Time is up and I'm calling up my friends. Ain't no wonder why, ain't no one to ride to. Here we go again. Call me up and you wanna be my friend.